How we doing today? Been a hot minute since we played this. Been quite a while. Oh god, what a burp. Now I figured what, 12 consecutive streams of Legends Arceus, we can switch it up a little bit. I think that might be okay. Let's see. I know last we left off in yellow, we lost our last run. I had a little notepad with nicknames. I gotta fire that one up real quick to keep track. Because I don't want another situation like when I was playing, I think it was the blue Nuzlocke, where I ended up repeating a name because I'm stupid. And I was not paying attention. What am I missing? Yeah, there we go. Why is that like not in? It was like fine before. Oh, because I'm sitting too far away. That might be the problem. Wait. I like my webcam slightly move. I'm so confused. I know how to fix this. Hang on. Oh my god, I'm so low to the ground now. Holy shit. So down here. That is weird. I don't know. My webcam is like balancing on my monitor, dude. That shit is like not attached. Kind of a problem, honestly. Alright, so we're starting fresh this run. We failed 2 runs. The first run we lost because Pikachu got crit by Starmie in one shot. And we didn't have any answer for Starmie. I just kind of assumed the electric type would beat the water type, which was foolish of me, apparently. Go set, animation's fine. So I don't know, that one was on me. Second one I kind of got tilted because we didn't get anyone to beat Brock. I kind of inted against like a Pidgey or something. That one was on me though. That was a total like wash. Dude, we're going from like the most advanced game in the series to like the oldest one. It's gonna be so weird, bro. It's gonna be like a blast from the past. I'm literally going from like the craziest, most insane mechanics to like basic. Honestly, that's kind of good. Every time I used Hyper Beam while playing ZA, I was thinking about this damn game. This Hyper Beam and ZA kind of go crazy, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. That shit is insane. I'm used to like my webcam being on that monitor. That's so weird. Yo, what's up, Starlet? How's your day going? Joe, very own Pokemon Legends about to unfold. Hopefully, Pikachu will not get one shot again. My god. Like, I knew Pikachu was not good. I think he'd be that bad. Alright, please give me a Nidoran this run. I have not seen my beautiful baby boy in, like, any of these runs. I think we've gone through red and blue, no Nidoran. And 2 yellow attempts with no Nidoran? I don't know if I had Nidoran. I doubt it. Ooh, what do I want to do for nicknames? We did foods the first run. I genuinely don't remember what the naming convention was for the second run. Drinks? Was it drinks? I don't know. There's my guy right there, dude. Of the little sand shrew. Hey, wait, I know it. Where's, wait. Oh, it's just barely visible. Okay. I gotta figure out a better solution for the chat box. You know, I could get Sandshrew in this game pretty early, I think, but using our kind of sort of not real rules, but they're sort of just basic guidelines, I'm not allowed to use Sandslash, unfortunately, because I used him in my blue run. That'll reset when we get to Gen 2, though, so somebody get back in the pool. I was like, I could use all of the starters in this game, technically, because Blastoise didn't make it to the end. Charizard didn't make it to the end. Yeah, Blastoise was, that was a bummer. Silly me for you doing the, what do you call it? Missing no. I thought that would be a good idea. It was not a good idea. It was an actual, like, the worst idea I've ever had in a stream. I lost 3 Pokemon to no missing no. Believe it or not, despite the type advantage, like a level like 50 boy can't beat a level 147 Geodude. This is the Pokemon I caught earlier. You can have it. I caught it in the wild. Right back. Take your time, Starlet. Oh, it doesn't highlight that in the chat box? It's so lame. Why is this like cut off ever so slightly? Hold up. It's like... Did I like missize this at some point? What happened here? Brother, what the hell did I do? I guess that'll do. That is definitely not even. Wait. Oh, I'm eyeballing this. This is rough. Wait, hang on. I gotta pull up the other monitor and do this. There we go. That's like 4 pixels. Perfect. Can I like... Yeah, I don't know what happened. It actually might have been fine. I think, you know, oh, I know what the problem is. It was fine. I just didn't have like the like preview on OBS like fully like done, so I thought it was hanging off. I'm stupid. That's on me. Oh, what do we want to do? You want to do drinks? This is the boy coffee. Wait, before I do that, one, is that how you spell coffee? That's an important one because I'm not entirely sure. 2, let me check the VOD. Consult the footage. We did drinks before. Alright, drinks are off the table because we did drinks. States? We can do states, right? This can be the homie Dakota. I believe in Dakota. I can't have a North and a South Dakota. That would just be too much. Although it would be hilarious to have it both Nidorans, one male, one female, as North and South Dakotas. I would like that one, dude. I don't know why I went with Dakota for my starter name. I don't think I know anything about either of the Dakotas. Like, genuinely, I don't even think anyone has ever been there. I think they're like... They possibly might not even be real. I'm not really convinced that they actually exist. Aren't they just like cornfields? It's crazy how some states are just like that, or like Wyoming. And then you have like New York. I remember it was like 5th grade or something like that. The 4th or 5th grade. It was right after 9/11, dude. Like the year after 9/11 happened. My like class for history, the class had to like make a whole little presentation on a different state. And like my dumbass, I pulled Nebraska. So I had to like research Nebraska, and we didn't even have internet back then and everything. And there wasn't anything going on in Nebraska. I couldn't tell you a single thing, dude. There was like corn. That was like it. Oh, that PK sounded weird. And then like one kid who was like randomly assigned, he pulled fucking New York State. The year after 9/11, he had to give a little presentation on the things that happened in New York. And it was like the easiest project I've ever seen a person get assigned. Like, oh my god. I don't even think he had to like turn anything in. He could have just showed up and been like, yep, 9/11 happened. It sure did. I don't think I get a map just yet. know if where Pikachu counts as our encounter. Well, it's not this route, so we're fine. We could probably say Pallet Town. Bro, I'm kind of tired of Pidgey, honestly. Also, after playing Legends ZA, Pidgey's sprite in this game does a lot of work for it. I really like its sprite in this game. It looks kind of just fat and stupid in like the other gens. Like the hair is cool and everything, but like, I don't know, man. It wasn't doing anything for me seeing Pidgeot. I don't understand the point of Pidgeot. Like Mega Pidgeot. Because they really gave my man no guard. With like barely any moves you care about, like no guarding. Like I guess you can have like non-weather hurricanes and that's all you exist for. That doesn't feel that worthwhile, to be honest. And like I guess like Heat Wave, but Heat Wave is 95%. It's quite literally just for like always hitting hurricanes. And honestly, just like play Rain. Like it's not that deep. You can use like a real Pokemon and just play in the rain. I don't think it has good stats. Dude, I went to Ohio for like... I don't like leave my state very often. I stick where I am pretty chill. So my state's pretty good. Unless you go in the middle. I think it's very different. Anyway, like, I stay in the tri-state area. Not doing a whole lot. Not traveling to, like, fucking Timbuktu, East Coast, West Coast, the middle, flyover states. Never been to any of the flyover states in my life. I went to Ohio, like, last year. It's weird out there. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I went for, like, an anime convention, but, like, it's just the vibes of being in Ohio were a little rancid. There was just something off in the air, dude. It wasn't it. It just, everything was like really flat. I don't know. The weird thing about traveling is like, the craziest part of like traveling, I think, is when your perspective changes on like things that you're used to. You know what I mean? Because like I'm used to the Walmarts in my city they're PvP zones. Like you have to go in there, they're dangerous. Like you'll be fighting for your life. You might get into a fist fight. People will be stealing and you will be a witness and you can't say anything. Like it's crazy. Crazy shit happens at the Walmarts here. And like I remember we were on like a road trip to like, I don't even remember where the destination was. We pull into some like Walmart in the like a nice-ish area and just, it was the most pleasant experience I've ever had in my life shopping. And like I didn't even know they made Walmarts like that. Granted, it's probably one of those like towns where Walmart is your only thing you have in society, like fuel your economy. I can't imagine living in places like that, dude. That just seems like a nightmare. And they just up and leave one day and then boom. You're waiting for the coal mines to come back, dude. Is that what just all the Rust Belt is? Give me the Pokedex. This is just an app these days. Bro's come so far into the technology game. It's actually crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I hate to tell you, bro. I'm not a complete the Pokedex type of guy. Even though, like, I'm about to do that in, Legends ZA. I need 7 more Pokemon in ZA. I need Gumi, Sligo, Gudra, Dragonite, Galale, oddly enough. And, like, Zygarde. There might be one other guy I need. I don't know actually who it is off the top of my head. Pretty sure it's right. I think the craziest thing about, like, traveling and moving and everything is the perspective of, like, suburban or rural people versus city people. Just in terms of, like, car dependency. Like, I always grew up in a city, so I'm very used to just being able to walk anywhere. Like I can just walk downtown. I can walk to the store. I can just, oh, I need some milk. I can just walk like a couple minutes. And there we go. Got what I need. But then like you live in like the rural places and everything. And it's like, oh, you gotta hop in the car. You gotta drive like 5 minutes. And that just seems like torture. Because I didn't even get my license for like a very long time after turning like, I think I was in my 20s or something by the time I got it. Just because like, well, one, family was broken. We couldn't exactly have a car. And the other thing was like, if you can just walk everywhere, what do you need a car for in the city? You know what I mean? It just didn't feel like a purpose, a need to get one. So I was like, ah, fuck it, we ball. But then like you live in the rural places, I don't even know like what you do. Like I don't know what the after school experience was like for like rural kids. Let's not do this yet. Hang on, we'll go to the other thing. Because you live in the rural areas, like, what do you need? Your mom to drive you to your friend's house all the time? Because when I was a kid, we just like left the house, would walk to our friends, and we'd be gone for like 8 hours. Back in my day. The good old days of Pokemon Yellow, dude. I'd be playing Yellow at home or just out terrorizing the neighborhood. I can't believe my man can't even catch this, dude. Oh, what a shitter. Bro was too wasted off his coffee. He just needed his morning coffee. That cup of joe. I can relate to way too much, dude. I've been having a little less coffee the past few days. It feels, interesting, to say the least. I think when everybody was telling me that having 2 pots of coffee and, like, an energy drink on top of it each day was probably not the best thing for me, they may have been correct. I know that's a shock. But, yeah. There might have been issues. I feel like I should have bought an antidote. I think we can buy them. Or do we still need to wait? Not entirely sure, to be honest. Alright, we got this boy. This can be... We had New York here, dude. Not York. I thought about just naming him York, but that is New York. We can't get him mixed up for, like... I don't even know where York is. England? God forbid somebody thinks he's English. That would just be a terror. Alright, let me, track these real quick in my little spreadsheet. And by spreadsheet, I mean, like, literally just... And we didn't get anything for Viridian City. This is 2. This would be... I already forgot the name. It's been 2 seconds. What do we name him? New York. Alright. That way we can keep all that straight. I don't want to screw that up again. Alright, the worst thing we could get in here is a Pidgey. Pidgey would be very bad. Pidgey would be, like, genuinely destructive. Why? Why'd I say anything? I don't even know if I could catch him. That's crazy. I'm not gonna one-shot him, right? Oh, he's one-shotting me, though. Don't kill him, Dakota. Oh, this could not have gone any worse, dude. That is a tragedy. Now Pidgey's gonna waste her time on another route. Oh, no. We might be cooked, boys. It might be over already. What level does... Can we get Hyper Fang at 14? Is that when we learned that on Rattata? I don't remember. It might be. That part might be legal, because I know we have been fighting like level like 14 or 16. Or like spamming, absolutely spamming Raticates all the time in the other two games. If we get to Hyper Fang, hit a few tail whips, we might be okay. There might be a path. That is a possibility. Please give me Nidoran. We are so back. It was so over. We are so back. Don't kill him. There's no way. I could have risked it all right there, honestly. That could have been bad. What level? You broke out. Sir, that's a crazy thing to do. Get in the ball, my guy. He doesn't want to be caught. That's sickening behavior, honestly. Thank God, my purple boy is here. I genuinely think I like Nido. Nidoking might be a contributor to why this is my favorite color. I genuinely think it might have something to do with it. Because this boy was cool as all hell. Alright, you're my boy Main. Because he's like the main carry, dude. Get it? Real clever stuff. He's gonna need so much work to get up to speed. I'm not even sure I can like safely go into like place up north. Because if we pull the Pidgeotto, like we're genuinely just cooked. I don't know what we would do here. Thanks, Nurse Joy, which apparently does not exist in Legends Arceus. This might actually just be the only Nurse Joy, and the other ones are just Pokemon attendant clerks, as we've learned. What I want to know is if it's a wig, dude. Or do they have to all dye their hair pink as a part of the job? Because every single Nurse Joy that you deal with in that game, still call them Nurse Joys. It's not even accurate, bro. What am I doing? Did I grab it? Did I get the map? I don't even know if I got the... This potion's good to pick up. I'm just trying to fight some people, dude. Alright. We're gonna have to grind this the slowest possible way. This is gonna be genuine torture, actually. Well, if we get Weedles, that might be okay. But the problem is, like, the level 8 Pidgeotos. There's some scary-ass Pidgeotos in Viridian Forest. Which I feel like is supposed to be there for, like... Oh, wait, no, I know why it's there. I think that's where Ash catches his Pidgeotto in the anime. They changed, like, the appearance table for that. Which I think is kind of fun. I think, like... The Pokemon games are really weird to me because they did this thing where, like... You played Pokemon Yellow, right? And it's like a side grade type thing to Red and Blue. It's not like it's like the definitive version. It's got some cute little changes being lined with the anime. It's like a fun little extra, you know? You get to Gen 2. You got Gold and Silver. And you got Crystal on top of that, which, like, is the definitive version technically, but, like, not, like, necessary, you know what I mean? It's not like you're missing out. And then you got Gens 3, 4, and 5, where, like, they needed an extra game to, like, actually solve that generation. Like, I didn't play Gen 3. I've heard horror stories about Ruby and Sapphire. But, like, Emerald is, like, the best game ever. And I played Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl sucked. Like, genuinely. But I played Platinum, though. Platinum's actually pretty damn good. Same thing with, like, Black and White, too. There was a point in time where I would always say Gen 5 is my favorite and least favorite games in the series. Because I absolutely hated Black and White 1. Black and White 2, though. Amazing. And then like a bunch of other games came out. I think if you made me pick my least favorite games in the series I've played, I would probably just have to say Auras. And not like that game one bit. That was like me giving a chance, dude. Back when I like fell off a Pokemon, I was like, you know, it might be okay. Maybe they fixed it. Nope. Oh, we're cooked. We're actually cooked. We are grade A genuine cooked. We got the Pidgeotto. New York has to go down. A second Pidgey has hit the... Wait. Wait. We're coming for him. You grunt, New York. New York survives again. I forgot running was an option. I almost punted that. That Pidgeotto was a very graceful and gentlemanly boy. I thought it was genuinely cooked. Wow, dude. New York might be on the team long term for that performance, dude. New York really took that flying one on the chin. Where's the ban icon? Brother, relax. There we go. Wait. Lordly Gunfighter? Oh, hell yeah. Please heal me, Nurse Joy. That was the scariest moment of my poor New York's life. I got a second Pidgeotto did not appear. That would have been a tragedy, actually. Well, that was a tragedy all them years ago, too. This is gonna sound like the most insane way to start a conversation. Have you guys ever been to the 9/11 museum? Because I have one time, like about 7, 8 years ago. It's very strange. Because I'm in my 30s, I was alive for that event and everything. Like, I've been to a few different museums, and it's always like looking at stuff from the past, like way, way back in the day. That, like, I still remember where I was, like, when that happened. It was really weird, like, being at a museum for something and like actually just genuinely remembering all that stuff. OBS, no. OBS, why? Is it because I talked about 9/11? Is it back? Disconnected. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Why'd it do that? No, yeah, it was like really weird being in a museum for an event I was alive for. That felt very bizarre because I didn't know how to like to react to things. And I could tell like it hit. Oh my god. Oh, why am I dying? Like, I could tell the, like, museum was hitting differently for, like, the younger people, too. 'Cause there were, like, Zoomers there on, like, tours and everything with their, like, school and stuff. And it was, like, very clear that it was, like, actually, like, emotional for, like, the kids that, like, weren't around for, like, when 9/11 happened. It was such an interesting experience. 'Cause I don't know, like, obviously I don't know every single museum on the planet. I can't imagine there's that many, like, current event museums, you know what I mean? I think the closest you're gonna get to a current event museum is like Your football team of choice is like stadium. I have all the little memorabilia when they won like the Super Bowl for the first time and shit. Closest thing you're gonna get. Speaking of 9/11, which also insane way of continuing a conversation. Do you guys remember the GameStop 9/11 NFT? Back when like NFTs were like a thing people were still doing. There was like that infamous photo of a guy like jumping out of the tower after it gets hit. And I shit you not, they literally took a picture of that and they converted it into an NFT somehow and were selling it. Which is just a truly insane thing to do. Like that is... I don't even know how like you would come to that idea. It feels like a shitpost almost. Like somebody was really high around the table and they just suggested that. That or like you ever see those like YouTube like shorts or like TikToks of like fake podcast scenarios where a guy proposes something to the dude and it's the most insane fake deep thing ever and the other guy is like flabbergasted? It feels like something like in that situation someone would recommend. The 9/11 NFT. Sold by your video game store of choice. I think GameStop is what made me realize I'm a very petty human being. Because there was a point in time when, you know, the GameStop, like, stock thing. And everybody was hopping on that train and make up millions and billions of dollars. I knew about that, dude. I was on the internet. I was there. I had an opportunity. I didn't go for it, though, dude. Do you know why? Because I worked at GameStop when I was a teenager. And I hated that place, dude. I hated GameStop so much. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't make money off the back of that company. I want nothing to do with them. That type of thing. GameStop sucked because we got paid minimum wage. We had a sales quota. We had to get like 25% pre-orders. Like 25% of our transactions had to include a pre-order, and then 20% were the sign up for the rewards card. Those were our quotas we had to hit. We got nothing for meeting the quotas. We got no commission, no bonus, nothing. We simply got to keep our job. Very good setup for having quotas. Like, I remember there was one month where I had 100% sales, like, for reserves. Oh, that's because you can abuse statistics and just you do like 3 transactions in a month and just pretend you have IBS for every other single time, you know what I mean? That was the meta, bro. I solved the GameStop meta very quickly when I was working there. Anytime somebody was coming up, it was like very clear, like a mom coming up to buy like one-off thing for somebody. IBS was acting up, dude. I couldn't take that. I couldn't take her, bro. Hey, it's what it is, you know? I got little tummy issues. I got hot girl tummy issues. I can't bring her up. Somebody else is going to have to do it. The crazy one was like returns too. Because the way returns worked at GameStop was, say I did a pre-order. And on like a Monday, guy pre-orders Call of Duty with me, that's good for me. If that guy comes back on Tuesday and like Steve processes the return and like canceling the pre-order, that's negative for Steve. I'm good. I'm still chilling. I'm going nowhere. Like, I'm straight. But Steve's got -1 now. He's got to make that back up or he gets in trouble. That's how fucked GameStop was. This is all for minimum wage, mind you. Like, keep this in mind. Like, we're not getting like millions of dollars out of this. And I hated that place so much because of that shit, dude. I'm like, I can't hop on the stock train. And you know what? That was really stupid of me. I was a little too petty from that front. Sometimes you gotta be petty, though. There are times where you do gotta be petty, I will say. Sometimes you gotta get down in the mud. People say be the bigger person. You gotta get down in the dirty sometimes. Some people just deserve it. That's why I quit on my job. The last job I quit, no notice. I was like, peace. I wanted to like fully ghost them, but I didn't want to deal with like a wellness check being called or something. I just like day up. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Ain't coming in. Dakota is flying. Alright, we got a level. I think main can come back in now. I think the craziest part about my experience with 9/11. Yeah, we're back to this. We're still 9/11 brain. Never forget. I was in like English class when it happened. Teacher made an announcement, all that shit. We didn't know what was going on. Parents started coming to take everybody out of class and everything. My mom shows up. And I'm like, yo, all right. She's like, we gotta go. She's like, oh yeah, they did that in New York. We gotta go because they're gonna hit here next. I'm like, what? Because I don't live in like an interesting city. We got nothing of importance here. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why would that happen? And she's like, it's fine. We should go to my sister's. I'm like, why? I'm like, you just want to visit your sister? She's like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, did you just use a national tragedy to pull me out of school and go visit my aunt and my cousin? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that is insane. That's all she wanted to, that's all she cared about, bro. She was good. Out of the stories I've told about my mom on the stream too, though, I feel like that doesn't even scratch the surface. I swear, like, she would just, like, let me stay home from school for any reason, dude. She'd look for reasons to keep me home. The craziest reason she let me stay home from school is she got into a fist fight at a bar the night before with what she claimed was a big-ass bitch. Her words, not mine. And she beat the hell out of her. My mom was very excited she beat the shit out of her op. So to celebrate, she's like, yeah, we're gonna stay home. Go get some popcorn and watch some movies and shit and hang out. I'm like, okay. What an interesting childhood, dude. Alright, I feel okay if we pull the Pidgey now. We might be alright. Or the Pidgeotto, rather, excuse me. Main's getting up there, Dakota's getting up there. I'm gonna potion up Main, because I would like Main to be a little self-sufficient. I think we got... Oh, we got 2 trainers. I didn't fight the one with the Pikachu at the start. Forgot about her. 3 trainers. I forgot about this kid. Was he always here? I don't remember that kid in red and blue. Oh, God, I love the Jit. I love these, like, sprites with color. The old ones. They're so, like, soulful. I think it's the shading and the coloration. I think that's the biggest problem with, like, the modern Pokemon ones. I don't even think, like, the modern Pokemon ones are, like, bad or anything. It's just, like, something about this shading just did it for me. It's also probably nostalgia because I'm old as shit. I gotta be honest with that one. Definitely some nostalgia is involved. I'm doing literally 0 damage. I might be healing this Caterpie by hitting him, actually. It is truly abysmal. When do we get double kick? Horn attack's huge. I mean, it's gonna pick up the pace so hard right now. I'll even fight through this, dude. I'm not gonna look up when I get, double kick. I'm just gonna pray. I'm just gonna hope that it's soon. Alright, I'm not gonna fight through the horn attacks, dude. I don't got that much dog on me. How fat he is. Pikachu's such a fat little guy. Let me put main in the list real quick. Main the Nidoran. We have a Viridian City encounter available still, technically. I don't like... Is there a viable encounter? Wasn't there a bug where you could fish in the statues in the gyms? Or did I make that one up? I remember that being a thing. Because if that is a thing, we can just do that. And like pull somebody for Viridian City. Which I think that would be funny to show off like one time. I don't know how I feel about like using bugs like that to my advantage. I kind of feel like you gotta do it once or twice in Gen 1 though. I feel like the whole identity of the generation is the bugs. Oh my god. Dude, I guess lunch before stream. I am burping up a storm, dude. It was like a big ass chicken breast. It was like literally like a 1 pound breast. I didn't use the air fryer either. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just cook that shit over the stove. It took me a little longer than I think it should have. But also, like, my stove is... I feel like my stove sucks. Like, sometimes I genuinely think my stove doesn't work correctly. What is this encounter? You know what? We take this. We need the experience. This is a positive for us. We look on the bright side here. That's good. We take that. We still can't one-shot a Caterpie there, main. You truly are the worst state. What did main do for us? Bro, I gotta say, like, I feel like the Pokemon music has been, like, okay. Like, it's fine. For the, like, from what I've heard from, like, Gen 9 and everything. Nothing in Gen 9 was like, oh shit, this is, like, the best. This is, like, good. Serviceable music. Older games, like this game, sick music. Gen 2, sick music. I can't tell you about Gen 3. I didn't play Gen 3. Gen 4, I don't remember any of the songs. Gen 5, I don't remember that many of the songs. Music in ZA kind of go crazy though. That Rogue Mega Evolution fight song, that shit hits, bro. Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? Is he standing like on an item at business apparently? My man's you have a level 10 Caterpie. I think he had a Weedle beforehand. Is Weedle not in this game? Like at all? Wait, did they remove my boy Beedrill? How could they do this to a potential mon? It's his time to shine right now in Legend ZA, dude. He's good. He's like the best Pokemon in the game. I mean, that's not true, but like if I say it, like somebody will believe me, right? Like if enough people just say that, somebody will be convinced that he's really, really good. I tried using Mega Beedrill in the PvP in that game. Horrible decision. Until it wasn't, though, is the thing. Because, like, he was getting his ass beat. He was contributing literally nothing to the cause. Then all of a sudden, I won a game because he went sicko mode and, like, knocked out, like, 7 Pokemon. Crazy. Love my boy Beedrill. We can't do this route right here, this patch of grass. This is a continuation of Route 2, where we got the Rattata that we called New York, if I remember correctly. Bro, where do we get, So Aerodactyl sucks, right? Is he ever actually good? For like a normal like gameplay purposes. Because like I know Aerodactyl was good in Gen 4. Because people use them as a suicide lead with like Focus Sash. Or did he have Sturdy? I don't remember. But he would like set up rocks and just get killed. It was him and like Azelf. So like he was good at that, he was good at that role. But he wasn't like out here killing people, you know what I mean? Like if I got an Aerodactyl at the lab in Cinnabar, would I be upset about that? Is what I'm getting at. I think it might cook, dude. Granted, there's so many cool guys you can get inside of Cinnabar Mansion. Like you get the poison types. I don't know like what happened to my memory because I remember like Wheezing and the other one, Muck, being considered like good. And then like it's just a false memory, I guess, because I looked at like their rankings on Smogon throughout the gens and they're just horrible. They did literally nothing of value. Like occasionally they made them like OU maybe like one gen every so often. I don't even know. I thought they were like fucking like goated. I don't know where the hell I came up with that one at, dude. Like, I just want them to be goated. Muck is that guy. I like Alola in Muck though. Alola in Muck is cool as all hell. Him being an oil slick is such a great design. I don't understand some of the regional variants because like you have shit that like that's sick as all hell. Alola and Marowak, which is sick as all hell. Then I feel like they kind of phoned it in with some of them. Like what is with Persian and Meowth? What is with Raticate? I still think they phoned it in with Sandshrew too. I'm an Alola and Sandshrew hater. It's all about the desert one, the Kanto Sandshrew. The problem with Kanto Sandshrew is he can't go toe-to-toe with anything. I did 0 damage. That did nothing. Yo, did you guys see the new reg that's coming back for VGC? We're getting Regulation F. I don't know what that means. Is that good? Is Regulation F liked? I keep seeing on Twitter, some people are like, the game is saved, society will heal, nature is restored, the balance is back. Then I see other people that are like, I'm not playing this game for 4 months, this game is dog shit, I hate everybody. Life is truly ruined. So I don't know if that's like good or bad. I took a look at like the Pokemon that are allowed in Regulation F on like Showdown, and it seems to be like the non-restricted legendaries. You know, like you got like your trios and shit, like you got your Zapdoses and them guys, like that tier of person. Which I think that's kind of an interesting meta, except for like I think Urshifu is included in that, and that seems a little stupid. But I'm okay. I have Urshifu now. I have a Cubfu. The best Pokemon in the game. I should look up what level my boy is now. When yellow gym leaders. Brock has been reduced to level 12. That might not be a good thing for us. I don't think we'll have double kick in time. I'm not entirely convinced we'll be okay. We might be cooked. Guess that makes it easier to grind all these guys up, though. $41. Let's fight the Pikachu girl. The extra trainer they added. I remember she wasn't here in Red and Blue. Is she like new? Is she like an anime reference that I don't remember? I should really rewatch the anime, dude. Oh, it's Nidoran female. She got the Nidos. Huge miss. I could have ruined the 2-shot. And like my life. Alright, we're level 12. Game is saved. Truly, we are back. Oh my god, oh god, that was so bright. Alright, we need Dakota to carry. By that I mean just like get a bunch of levels. I guess I'll work on leveling New York too. I think I'll use New York, dude. I think New York earned a slot. That survival job against that Pidgeotto, bro, he's coming with us long term. That's a little extra pocket change. He's gonna need quite a bit, though. He needs 230 to level, so we can still use him a little bit. Edging against the Geodude might be a smart idea. Horrible sentence. I hate that that's the term the Nuzlocke community chose. Had to have been a better way to describe that than edging. Dude, in my head, every time I send out New York, it plays that one, like, Jay-Z song. Where he just sings, like, in New York, and he's just listing off streets and shit. That one. Which, like, that's such a weird way to glaze your city, by the way. Like, you just start naming streets. Like, anybody with Google Street View can just do that shit, dude. Especially in New York City, when, like, isn't all the streets, like, 5th Ave, 6th Ave, 7th Ave? He sounds like he's just fucking, like, he sounds like the Count. That song makes no sense. Or was it the neighborhoods he was naming off? He's like, yeah, now I'm in Queens, and now I'm in Williamsburg, now I'm over here in New York. Bro, I need to look up the lyrics of that song. That Jay-Z New York song. Yeah, right now I'm in that Brooklyn, now I'm in Tribeca next to De Niro. You just naming shit, bro. He even says 560 State Street. You just saying words. Bro, that's such a cheap pop. That song is like the most insane cheap pop I've ever seen. I will say, like, New Yorkers will get behind that shit though, dude. New Yorkers will stand for their city. I don't know about LA. I feel like LA is like soulless. Well, I don't know. Like, what is the LA thing? Like, nobody cares about their sports teams. Nobody's at them Chargers games. Nobody's at, like... Dude, the best thing that ever happened to the Los Angeles Chargers is Justin Herbert dating Madison Beer. I'm telling you. That 100% created more fans for that team. I think that was like an industry plan or something. Like, they saw like the Jason Kelce Taylor Swift angle for like the Chiefs. They're like, we gotta get this and we need the pop star girly boost. I'm like so like not. Yo, what's up, Jerome? How you doing, bro? Yeah, I finally got around to changing the angle to like something that isn't stupid. I had it like not plugged in properly. So like I just like I kind of unplugged it and like untangled the cord and all that good stuff. So like it's actually like a normal position. And hopefully like won't fall down. The problem I was having is like my second monitor is like the one over here. Like that's what I just use to look at and everything. And every time I adjusted it, it was like falling down. Like my main one, I don't like move ever. Great as always. Good to hear. We like that. Jerome, how you feeling about the return of Regulation F for VGC? What do we think about that one? If I had him tackle this guy down, we would be here until next year. We would be here until Legends Arceus 2. Electric Boogaloo. Happy about it? Is it like... I don't know what to make of it because I keep going online and I keep seeing people go from either like, this is the worst regulation of all time, society is ruined, like that opinion, or either like, the game is truly saved, this is the greatest thing they've ever done. Thank you, Game Freak, for blessing us. Like, there's no in between. I have no idea if this is a good meta or not. Because the paradox is insanely strong in this. I like the paradoxes because it's all like, I took like a quick glance at the what's like allowed on the showdown regulation, like team builder, and it just seems to be like the non-restricted legendaries, like the paradox Pokemon, like the various trios from the different games, like those guys and shit, like the C tier legendaries, I guess you can call them. And then like all the normal Pokemon too. That's gonna be annoying to learn. I don't even know where I'm gonna start again with that. Granted, I've gone through so many. And I have the shiny guys now too. Actually, it's not too bad. Wait a minute. I got the shiny Ruinous Quartet. I know my boy Fezandipity's allowed though. Bust out the Fezandipity angle. I really like hate that trio because I like Fezandipity quite a bit. I like Okie Dokie. The name is a little much. Dude, Monkey Dory is actually my least favorite Pokemon out of the 1,000 they have. I can't stand Monkey Dory. Like, not only is that thing ugly as all hell, but like, that name upsets me. Which is crazy, because it's not like the first pun name that they've had in Pokemon. There's definitely been like way worse ones. But just something about Monkey Dory, just... It's just they were doing too much, bro. That's all I can say. Going a little too crazy. Alright, I gotta skip the first kid inside of the gym again, unfortunately. I'm not sure how I feel about just going in with not Sandshrew, Nidoran, and just clicking double kick 6 times. Well, it might be a little spicy. I'm gonna need some backup at least. So I don't like the gray pewter. I understand like this is like what color pewter is, but they probably didn't think of this through. They're probably like, ah shit, we gotta make this look ugly and all gray and disgusting. Oops. So I love how this is, I never see Pidgeotto ever again now that I can fight it, by the way. Like, I had answers for Pidgeotto, we never see him. That's just very upsetting. Wait, New York's back. Wait. He's the GOAT. Let me grab water after this. My tummy's bothering me a little bit. I need Tums, dude. Okay, I think I have the craziest take of all time. So, Smarties, I don't know what they call them in other countries. I heard they have a really interesting name in, like, Canada, I think. Let me look that up real quick. Smarties, they're called rockets. They call them rockets up there, dude. But like Smarties, dude, I kind of liked them as a little kid, but like once I got to like 7, even like at that age, I'm like, all right, these are way too sweet for me, dude. I can't deal with them. Tums, though, I feel like Tums or if Smarties like weren't like that bad. Like they weren't just a sugar rush. Like if I get heartburn, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude. I get to have Tums right now. Get to treat myself to some Tums. Just like the fruit ones though. Like the fruit, like hard, chalky guys. Those ones go crazy. Did any of you other guys like hate taking medicine as a kid? Like cough syrup and like normal stuff like that? I always did too. Even to this day, I still hate like the grape flavor. Because of just being force-fed like the grape like cough syrup every time I was like sick as a kid. I can't tell you how upset I was when I was like older. And I found out they have it in different flavors, like cherry. And like, it wasn't disgusting. It was like, it wasn't good, but it was like fine. And then my mom just kept buying the grape one for some reason. I feel like NyQuil and DayQuil are a scam, dude. Just always take the NyQuil. Just stay up. Just fight through it, dude. But maybe I'm just built different. Maybe the 7 pots of coffee each day is why I would never get knocked out by NyQuil. I think it's the same, like, shit that's in Benadryl, isn't it? That puts you to sleep? I don't know. Benadryl is crazy, because I've read stories of people who, like, use Benadryl recreationally just to get high. And it's hilarious because, like, you'll see the craziest shit ever, and it's people like, oh yeah, dude, this shit's great. You should get high off Jenkum. This is a great idea. Crocodile, go off, king. But then, like, for fucking Benadryl, though, not a single soul is like, oh yeah, great, go ahead. Every single person is like, oh no, that shit was ass, dude, you just saw spiders all over. It wasn't even fun. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Like, I get it if you're sick. I understand, like, if you're sick and you take so much Benadryl that you start seeing the Hat Man, dude. I understand how you get to that outcome in life. But recreationally... Nobody saw that. Not a single person. I'm gonna go clean that up real quick. Be right back. You didn't unmute. I can't believe this. Hey, at least I have a webcam now, so if that ever happens, somebody can yell at me and be like, hey, you're unmuted, dickhead. As opposed to just, it's a silent stream. Small victories in life, I guess. Why the Caterpiece? Bro, give me that Pidgeotto. We'll never see him again. Is Tackle or Quick Attack stronger? We go Quick Attack, it feels better. Especially if we do that. Who's there? Gus? Gus who? I forgot there was sound for Pikachu for a second, and I was not ready for that. Or just blew out my eardrums. Holy shit. I adore that they have like him actually say Pika, by the way. Because good lord, the compression on that audio is insane. It's loud as all hell. Gus who lost in a jet? No, dude. I'm sorry, Cop Man. What? How deep did you go in the league? What did you win in the end? Top four. Top four is good. You take top four. Winning nothing though. Yeah, but look on the bright side. Regulation F is coming back. I don't know if that's a bright side or not. I see very mixed things on Twitter about Regulation F. Which, granted, I guess that's better than Regulation H. I feel like I've never seen anybody say anything positive about Regulation H. Except an important lesson. What's the important lesson? I love a good lesson. Especially when I don't have to pay millions and millions of dollars. Never play this game competitive again? Why? I can definitely see competitive being like super tilting. Like, I don't know how. A strong word, I'll take a break. That makes sense. I don't understand how like professional players, or I guess like the really good Pokemon players that go to every single regional, they like place really well. Dude, I don't know how they deal with that shit, bro. Like, if I like went all the way to like a regional and I just missed out on like top 8 because of a fucking freeze or some shit, I'd be like, bro, what is even the point? That shit's gotta be like a tilter. That's why the mental trick, dude. The way you trick your brain is you use low percentage things. That way you just unlucky, go next, instead of just like going for the old consistency, then you get cheesed. Just go for the dice roll every time. I've been watching a lot of League of Legends Worlds. They're up to the World Finals. I think that's like, I don't know what day it is. They just had semifinals. It's KT versus T1. Faker is in World's Finals again. He might three-peat World Championships. Truly the esports GOAT. Out of like any video game at this point, I feel like. He has like... It is just so crazy how well and above board like Faker is. Like Faker is so crazy, people have him like... People are arguing now whether or not he's like the true GOAT. Like including like actual sports. Like I'm seeing legitimate arguments whether or not he is like more claim to the all-time GOAT status than LeBron. Faker like was so good he won 3 world championships in like one era. I had the longevity to come back and win 3 more in a totally new era. It's insane. I think there's been like 15 world champ. What season are we on for League? I think 15? And he's won 6. Like that is an insane percentage of winning championships. For a fucking esport, dude. And he's lost 2, so he's been to... Yeah, over half of the world championships for that game featured that man. That guy is crazy. Thinking about League, sorry. That's fine. Never play that game. That is like the one recommendation I can make to anybody in life. Never download League of Legends. That game is a blight. That game is a containment zone. League of Legends is designed to keep all of the crazy people contained. Otherwise, they'd be let out to go play like other games. I played that game for like... How long? Like 10 years, I want to say. I played a lot of League of Legends. Very, very toxic, too. That game was so toxic that at one point, the first way they were dealing with toxicity on that game was they had what was called the Tribunal, which was this thing where like people could report other players for like slurs and all insane things they would say in the game and just like cursing people out and all kinds of crazy shit. Then like you could go into the Tribunal and it was like a jury system where like you could like vote whether like this guy should be banned or this guy should not be banned based on what he said. They would give the players the chat logs and they would like throw a little bit of like the microtransaction currency to you too. So you just go in there and start voting like, all right, ban, ban, ban. That was the problem. Everybody would go in there and start like banning everybody. It was kind of a fun system, honestly. That shit was definitely not like good at all for like their goals. But then eventually it was like so toxic they literally hired a guy whose entire job was to like create the toxicity like tracker thing and try to reduce the toxicity in the game. That was like literally a guy that existed just for that. Dude's name was like Riot Light. That's all he cared about, and it was his goal fucking initiative. It was insane because it got like so bad with the word filters and everything of that era where people started becoming passive aggressive instead. Like they went, you couldn't just curse somebody out and call them anything mean. People start reverting to things like, oh, great play, a smiley face, after like somebody just dies horribly. That type of shit, dude. It was insane. Eventually, League of Legends reached equilibrium when they added like a mute all button. And you could just very quickly mute your entire team and everybody else on the enemy team at the start of every single game. Then that's when the game finally became playable. Now granted, you can't communicate with your team in that situation, but it's not like your team is communicating anyway. I do miss League of Legends a little bit though, because at least in the early days before it was like figured out and players were good and shit, because I used to just do some disgusting ways of like playing the game. I always main jungle. It was like this role that was like, you were kind of all over the place, like running around doing all kinds of shit with all the different lanes. Like I don't even know if this makes sense, but you're like the Incineroar of the team. Like somebody needs up top, you show up, you hit some shit, you can parting shot out and go somewhere else. You keep dipping in and out, just ganking people left, right, and center. That's the role I played. I would literally, while the game was still loading, look up the people on the enemy team and find the person on the worst losing streak, and then camp that guy. Because I know he's going to be in a not good state of mind. And I'm just going to keep going on that, dude. And if there were like a top laner, I'd be like, I would start typing in all chat to talk to the enemy team and start flaming the enemy jungler. Be like, yo, you got to help your top laner, bro. Like, he's playing this right. So that the enemy top laner would be like, yeah, I am playing this right. I'm losing because of my teammate. And I would just like gaslight them and like arguing in their alt chat. I just sow chaos that way. Like actually the most psychotic mental warfare possible. That's how I know my fucking mental state has not been good, dude. I was looking at League of Legends and it was calling me. I thought about downloading the game again. Get back in that toxicity shit, dude. It was calling me like the Green Goblin mask, bro. Every single time. I was staring at that shit. That's why I was afraid to install 2xKO, dude. I installed 2xKO to play it with a friend of mine because like I love a good fighting game, right? And it looked pretty good, so I wanted to try that out. Brother, I am staring at that League of Legends button. It is calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. And I'm just staring at it like I'm going to click it. I'm going to go back. I want to queue up. I want to pick Thresh, hit a flash hook, and then just start popping off. I resisted it. I uninstalled 2xKO though, and the Riot launcher, so I'm free. I'll never go back. They can't take me. As much as I enjoy watching Worlds this year, I do think some of the things they did to the game are for the better. Some of the shit Riot's done over the years is insane. My favorite thing I remember they did in League of Legends was there was like a whole big rework for some of the champions. One of the big ones they reworked was Gangplank. This was right before a major tournament, right? So they reworked him right before the major tournament. The problem with them doing this was it was part of this little event where they're like, oh, Gangplank was canonically killed, so they disabled Gangplank. Like, you couldn't play that character. Like, you couldn't play the reworked thing. But then for some reason it was enabled, like, on that tournament. So, like, you'd have people first timing the fucking guy into that tournament. And you had to because he was so ungodly overpowered. But because they did that weird thing where they disabled him because it was, like, for the lore purposes, nobody had any practice time with or against it, and it was just crazy. The whole Juggernaut rework thing they did was insane, too, because that was, like, right before Worlds. They reworked, like, 5 champions, made them completely brainless and overpowered right before the World Championship. Like, literally, like, a week or two before the World Championship. And this was, like, back, like, where it was, like, really, like, a huge change, too. Because, like, historically in League of Legends, like, your bot lane would be 2 guys. Your AD carry and, like, your support. The AD carry would be, like, a guy with a gun doing ranged attacks, and he would scale really, really hard. You want him as your late game carry. That's generally how they would operate. They decided to rework this one melee guy to be, like, down there at the bot lane, and he had all these wacky gimmicks with him where he could, like, make ghosts of, like, an objective, and he got, like, increased experience for being down there, like, splitting experience with, like, his partner. And it was insane. He was completely overpowered. Like, he was so broken, you had, like, dumb idiot Americans who were not good at the game abusing him and, like, destroying Korean teams. Until they just were like, you know what, we have to ban everybody. And they should not let any of these people through. It was nonsense. And that's not even the worst meta they had in League of Legends. I think the worst they might have had was the Yuumi Zera meta. Zeri was this character that would, like... She would just run around really fast and shoot really fast and be really annoying and just very fast and just kill you very fast. Like, from, like, ranged. She could, like, dash over walls and shit, too. Like, get to fights and do stupid shit and shoot people through walls. Yuumi was a support that was this little cat on a book that would just attach to somebody and then just stay attached to them and you can't target them and then they would just, like, buff them. Like, it was literally Dozo Giri in League of Legends form, actually. That's the perfect way to describe it. It was literally Dozo Giri. It was Dozo Giri if the Tatsugiri's held items also were actually buffing the Dozo. Think of it that way, dude. This shit was stupid. It was so bad after they nerfed it, Riot, like, apologized to the community. They were like, we are sorry that we did that. That was unplayable for everybody. I think they purposely nerfed Yuumi as a character into the dirt so that, like, she's never playable in, like, competitive ever again. They want her as, like, the designated, like, girlfriend character. Like, the dedicated character for when, like, you're finally convinced your girlfriend to play a video game with you, but she doesn't usually play games. That type of thing. Brother, can I stop getting these Pidgeys? They're kind of beating my ass, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if New York can handle all these Pidgeys. Which is a crazy thing to say. You think New York would be excellent at dealing with pigeons. This is right in New York's wheelhouse. That and, like, pizza. I need to go to, like, Chicago one day. For no other reason than to have the pizza there. Because I think New York pizza is, like, the greatest shit on the planet. And, like, I've, like, seen pictures of, like, Chicago deep dish, and it is such an insane looking thing that I don't understand how anybody can like that. Like, I need to know, like, what it actually tastes like. Because there has to be some sauce to it, right? If, like, it has an entire city thinking it's good. Like, they all can't be crazy. I know they probably are because, like, they're all Bears fans and they had to watch that sports team for so many years. They have nothing good happening. But, like, come on. I have had Detroit deep dish, though. I don't know what the difference between the two is, but I also had Detroit deep dish from, like, a local place on the East Coast. Not, like, from Detroit. And, like, you can't do that. I feel like there's a trick to any food. Any single food you get. If it's, like, city as, like, the adjective to describe the food, do not get it. Because it's not going to be good. It's, like, not authentic. Because if you have to tell me it's a Chicago deep dish, then it's like you're emulating Chicago. Like, you're not, like, in the trenches of Chicago. The same thing with, like, Philly cheesesteaks. Like, you go to Philadelphia, excellent cheesesteaks are phenomenal. They call them cheesesteaks. You see any place outside of that city, though, it's a Philly cheesesteak. And it's going to be absolute dog ass. Like, that's the actual tell to never get anything that has the city name in it. Just pale imitation. Grant, I can't think of, like, any other foods that have, like, a city name in it other than Philly cheesesteaks and Chicago deep dish. I ain't hearing no, like, fucking Los Angeles pot roast or some shit. Yeah, American food. Good old US of A. I guess, like, Tex-Mex is, like, kind of. Yeah, no, I would count Tex-Mex. I don't know. I feel like even like shitty like northern Tex-Mex that's is like obviously not authentic in any way, shape, or form. It still kind of hits. We need 2 levels for New York and Dakota. It'll be good. We're getting there. I want to know more about like some of these states that like nobody goes to. Like, what are my boys out in Wyoming eating? Like, what are the iconic Wyoming foods? I need to find that episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, dude. That episode of Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations. Like, they gotta have like IHOPing out there and shit. I have a friend that lives out in like Oklahoma, and she'd always tell me like there's literally like pizza like is not a concept out there. Like you have like literally like delivery like chains, like Domino's. That's it. Which that is insane to me. That just seems like a standardized thing to me. I'd be afraid to go to like Italy and have like Italian like actual pizza. Like the most authentic like from Sicily type pizza shit. Because I know it's going to be so alien to like the stupid American stuff that I grew up with. I don't think I'm ever going to go to Italy. Italy isn't like that high on the tier list of like cities I would want to visit if I went to Europe. I don't actually even know where I would want to go. Spain seems kind of cool. Do we win these? I don't know if we win these. We might win these. Hit the Pika. 7, that's fine. We win these. I feel like Poland would be cool. I don't even know why. Just something about that would seem cool. I think it's because I like kielbasa and pierogies. Therefore, like, clearly, I would be sick as all hell. Italian food is top tier. I've never had, like, Italian food. I've had, like, Americanized Italian food. And I gotta say, bro, this might be a hot take. In terms of, like, all the different carb sources, pasta is bottom tier for me, bro. Like, this might be controversial. Pasta does not do it for me, dude. I'll take potatoes over the pasta any day. I'll take rice over pasta any type of day. I'll take actual breads over pasta any type of day. Like, it's just like so down below. With one exception. Lasagna. Dude, good lasagna is insane. I understand what Garfield was all about after I had lasagna for the first time. That dude was actually correct to be upset about hating Mondays and always want to eat lasagna. He was actually iconic for that one. Please give me a Pidgeotto. I feel like only one Pidgeotto is actually insane. Give me more, there's so much experience. I'm gonna do all this grinding just to go in and just double kick a Geodude twice and just win. No effort, nothing. Literally just brain dead. Dude, my lips are fucking chapped to all hell. Hang on. Use my chapstick. So like fucking like musty and like no airflow and shit. Having the window closed, it's getting cold now. I think my heat is fucked up, by the way, which is really good for this season. It's like, it was like freezing last night. Turn my heat on, doesn't do anything. I turned it off. Let me feel the radiator right behind me. And like, it literally didn't do anything. Like, it went on, I heard like the water flowing through the radiator and shit. I had no heat. I have to wait for my good comforter to come too. So I'm in that type of phase where I'm sleeping in like a jacket just to stay warm. Trying to avoid turning that good old heat on as long as possible. Too expensive, bro. Although I have been told that it's actually more beneficial for like your heating bill and like your electric bill to just like not turn that shit off. Like keep that running like 24/7. At least that's what I was told with the electric. My friend was telling me that it's because like it uses so much more energy to like boot it up and like get the room to be cold as opposed to like maintaining. It ends up being more energy efficient to maintain. You got hella expensive. Dude, it's crazy. I will say, if I had to forego one of them, I can forego the heat. Because I can just put on 13 shirts, a hoodie, a jacket, and be fine. I can survive like that. I can't do the heat though, dude. I'm not a heat type of guy. Like, you can only take off so many clothing before you get arrested, you know what I mean? And even then, like, it's still not helping sometimes, dude. Sometimes you get such a dry, disgusting, humid heat that it just should be in, like, your underpants. And just still nothing is helping. I almost fucking died here. I was kind of mashing a little too hard, I think. I need that to not happen. Need to not lose my Pikachu. I just need him to last until we can get to Bulbasaur. At least. The very least. Did I get the Bulbasaur in the previous run? I don't even know. Has mouse work to do? I'll see you, Cop Man. Enjoy the rest of your day. I don't know which move is stronger. Also, like, I feel like I've been grinding so long for this guy at level 11. He's not even close. I'm really like this close to just saying fuck it, we ball, and going in to fight him. I'm so close to doing it. It can't be a good decision though, right? Surely. But like, what if we did it though? What if I just go in and say fuck it, we ball? Do we outspeed the Onix is my question though. That's my main concern. I might have to open up with a Leer on that guy. Alright, well, fuck it, we ball, dude. We'll get in the mix up there. You could theoretically fight the trainer. I think he's at level 9 Pokemon, but I'm not about that type of life. I ain't got that kind of dog in me. Definitely don't want to risk it for no reason. I say as I go and fight this guy under level. Alright, is it a main suite? I'm Brock, I'm Pewter Gym's leader. I believe in rock hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. You still want to challenge me? Fine then, show me your best. This is the worst type in the game, especially this gen. Where all we do is like resist explosions. And like normal attacks. So we actually are good in this gen. My man's Sprite is doing heavy lifting for him though. Holy shit, he looking cool. Wait, that's a double crit because of how it works? Oh, we're going crazy now. This game's so easy, bro. What does there even say? I never doubted main for a second. He's the main man. Alright, he outspeeds. He hit a Screech, which is not good. I think 2 drops we can probably get just full send with the double kicks now. That could have been bad. They gave him a moveset upgrade in this game, which I think is insane of them. This should be fine. We have lethal anyway. That crit is awful. It was fine, but that could have been bad because that ignored the 2 stat drops. Thanks for the Boulder badge, buddy. I can use Flash. I'll definitely get right on that one, actually. I love that move. Such a fantastic move that does nothing to ruin my day. This is the worst TM in the franchise history, right? Well, I should clarify. That's the worst TM for a gym leader to give you, right? Because it doesn't do anything. I think, like, Whirlwind is probably worse, because at least Bide theoretically will kill somebody. Whirlwind quite literally doesn't do anything. Actually, I guess it is $1,000, so there's a little value right there. Get a few more. Get a couple here. Alright, we're not gonna get the Gyarados, so we can catch somebody on the route that's out here. Green. What a color change, good lord. Alright, yeah, we'll just fight everybody that's out here. For all the XP that we can. You looked at me, didn't you? I'm telling you, bro, what if I was blind? What would they do then? We win these. I think. We had a tail whip. Only 6 damage, bro. He fell off. Never forget, dude. Flygon used that as a coverage option in Gen 3. Because that dude didn't have 4 moves worth learning. Almost like right now. That's actually exactly what it's like on Scarlet Violet, because they removed Roost from that, man. I could not find that thing moves that are worth clicking. I think we're gonna have to switch at some point, so might as well do it now. We got like level 21, I think, to get to. It's like our next level cap. Might be 20, actually. I could literally alt-tab and check, but I'm just gonna sit here and rock back and forth instead of checking. That way when I overlevel, I can blame it on something that isn't me for being bad. It's not a misplay, dude. I just was ill-informed, you know? I did the best I could with the logic and evidence I was given. Not the Jigglypuff. I'll put everyone to sleep. This can't be like... Can you ever think about... Do you ever think about how disgusting this counter is, by the way? Like, Pikachu just hopping up on there. He's been walking around on... Didn't have his Crocs on. Definitely weren't in sport mode. And he's just a little pitter-patter of his feet, getting all this disgusting grime, dirt, like Weedle's probably stuck in between his toes. And he just hops up on the counter. I didn't see that dude wipe his feet a single time in that Poke Center. I guess Pikachu might be a little disgusting, I hate to say it. Oh, the bug catcher, Bimmy. That is level 10 Caterpie, bro. How do you even have such a thing? You just press B every time. Three-shotting a Caterpie is so sad. That's like the worst Pokemon of the game. Truly the worst. Oh wait, we're cooking so hard right now. Holy shit, he is in the game. Wait. Alright, we can go main here. Main can't get poisoned. Because he's a poison type. You got crit for 1 damage? Weedle, pack it in, bro. You gotta wait till ZA for your time to shine. Holy hell. One for off of a crit? I didn't even know like that was like mathematically possible. I thought at least it would double. Did he crit me again? This guy's a crit monster. It's actually sickening. The Caterpie's doing way more work. I should probably not one-shot that guy. We'll spread it around a little bit. Did I get crit again? This trainer is hacking. They all got them scope lenses on them, dude. It's Sniper Caterpie. Ice Pikachu like freaking out a little bit. He's like just jolting forward. He's so happy. That's how we get a Bulbasaur, dude. We grind him up, have him beat everybody's ass, and you get a Bulbasaur for our troubles. Can he learn Surf in this game? I don't even remember like how Surfing Pikachu worked. I know like these flowers are probably blowing in the wind, but for some reason I always envision them as like dancing. Like this is like some kind of Looney Tunes ass music number. This is something from Cuphead, dude. From old-timey animation. Why am I going to the gym? It's not Monday yet, dude. It's not chest day. Bro, the transition is like... I'm never ready to go from like dull-ass gray to like this vibrant-ass green. It always catches me off. Pikachu. You need the what, like 22 to evolve in the Raticate, I think? Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Agreed, brother. Agreed. I think most people would agree with that one. Imagine hating shorts, to be honest, dude. I think that'd be a little unhinged. What did I just do? Hang on. Clicking things very poorly. Why is, like, I like Rattata. Great Pokemon. Love that little guy. Raticate's also pretty cool. Why does Rattata have this, like, weird, like, yellowy tint to him? Like, why is he this color? Like, Rattata is purple. Why is he not purple? Why he not my favorite color? Holy shit, he did so much damage. I am so sorry, Rattata. I was not familiar with your game. I apologize. My apologies. Don't ever do that to me again. Wait, I forgot we have coverage. Oh god, this change is so good. Like, this is already the best Pokemon in the game, but then you give him early double kick? Like, what? Who balanced this? I'll drop Tail Whip. Growl feels like it could be useful one day. I don't hate the idea of growling at people. Like my Pokemon, like not me. Like not like some weird emo girl that's... I don't like this. Okay, just don't rat me. I'm not trying to have a rat battle. We're good. We're in the clear. Holy shit. What a scary Pokemon to see. Not in terms of like, I don't think I would lose anyone to it. It would just waste like 45 minutes of my life. And nobody wants that, right? He's like such a good shade of purple. Like this shade of purple is like my favorite color. Like if you just literally did like the eye drop tool on that guy. I remember I had like a real, I don't know how I got this. When I was a kid, I had a Japanese holographic like a Nidoking card. I'm pretty sure it was real because I remember like going through all the cards and like there was a hold them up to the light thing. Back during Pokemania, dude, there's so many fake cards. I collected them. I didn't have any like the cool stuff. I had no Charizards or anything. I didn't even like know anybody with a Charizard as a kid. Like, that was like a mythical card. I had like a fake one though, but it was like a really obvious fake. My mom got it from like a dude in Times Square in New York for like $5. I'm like, she hands it to my mom. This is clearly, very obviously fake. She's like, yeah, just scam some kid for like out of his cards at school with it. I'm like, Mom, this is not an appropriate lesson to teach me, but yes, I will go do that. I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards off some kid. I think that's how I got my red eyes. Actually, no. That wasn't the right time period. How did I get my red eyes? I don't know, man. I don't like. It's funny how, as a kid, I collected all these cards from the card games and everything. Didn't like actually play them. Like I didn't. Nobody I knew even tried to play Pokemon. People would at least try to play like Yu-Gi-Oh. It was like really popular in my school, but we wouldn't play it correctly. It'd be like, oh yeah, my guy is cooler. Like, oh, he had big number, he win. It wouldn't be like the actual rules. There he is. He doesn't even have his arms in this game, bro. Wait, you're telling me it was all the way in yellow when Kakuna got circumcised? That's so early, man. I miss his little arms. You have tackle, don't you, or some shit? I feel like he has offense available. Wait, never mind, we chillin'. That's for the boy Dakota. That's so many Pokemon. This early? Dude, I'm just sitting there trying to think of other states. Brother. If only we're in a Alola, dude, I could name someone Hawaii. There can't be like that many encounters in the game, right? I'm not gonna run out of all 50 states. I'm not gonna have to like go and like name someone like not Portugal. Jesus Christ. It's not gonna be, oh, this is my Drowsy, Puerto Rico. Like, oh yeah, this is my, I just caught this muck, his name's American Samoa. I don't know any other US territories. The Virgin Islands one? American education moment. Everybody wants me to wear shorts. It's literally December. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm never gonna let the calves out on the barn. Let the calves out of the barn on stream, dude. I can't assault people like that. Bye, Spiro. Oh, he lived. He's going crazy. Huge experience for our girl Dakota. This one I assume is a girl. Cheese was a male. I don't know about Vodka though. Vodka wasn't around very long. Leave an impact. Cheeseburger I miss. What a weird thing to say. Why is she flirting with, like, character? There's never a world we do anything other than just click Thundershock, right? Damn, not even a two-shot? He's kind of the worst Pokemon in the game? We secure these. Kill secured. Oh, Pikachu might be the GOAT. Yo, I kind of hate Legends Arceus, by the way. For that stupid ass quest where you had to fight a fucking like level 70 Pikachu holding a light ball in like a 1v1 with your Pikachu that does not have light ball yet. I don't know what they were cooking with that one. That one was bullshit. I thought I could cheese that fight out by just like using items. But at a certain point, I just like went in there. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll be fine. And then the guy just uses dig on his fucking Pikachu and one-shots my Pikachu. I'm like, okay. I wasn't familiar with your game. So we need the air balloon. Air balloon is the GOAT. Imagine air balloon not being your favorite item. I don't want to walk back. That'd be so for real with you. This is a peak laziness play right here. $276, okay. Fight my new Pokemon. Does this kid have an Ekans too? Why do I feel like you definitely don't have an Ekans? If you have an Ekans, well, I feel like Ekans could be honorary. You know what I mean? Like he's a little worm shaped. He's in like the worm wheelhouse. I think he'd be invited to the party. I think he'd be invited to the gathering of the worms. That's just what I imagine all the bug Pokemon that do, dude. They just have their own version of the gathering of the Juggalos. They just start popping high potions like Fago. And just putting each other through tables and shit. Beedrill's in the back of a fucking... Beedrill's just back there in the back of an RV doing meth and shit. Having a hard time going. Dustox is just selling it though. Volcarona will be up there leading a fucking rap battle and winning the whole thing though. You know that dude would crush. In that Q dance. Frostmoth is trying to compete, but he doesn't have that gumption in him. Who are the two best bugs of all time? Like Buzzball and the Volcarona, they like fucking... Mankey, huh? Well, New York is definitely not who we want out right here. We go Maine here. I like Mankey as a pull. Close. Very close. That's crazy, bro. You gotta get in that ball. Clearly, you should not be this early in the game. Alright. We can name the Mankey Florida. His Primate feels like the Florida man of the original 151. Yeah, Flowride, I got this shit, dude. I believe in him. And this was route... I didn't get the town map. Ah, shit. Hang on. I need to Google this and make sure I'm correct. That was route 3, right? Route 3 do indeed be having a man. That was a 15%er right there, dude. That's a high roll. We could have got Sandshrew, which I actually wouldn't have wanted Sandshrew. That's like a fucking optimal, actually. Wait. Hold up. Let me put him in the spreadsheet. Kind of a goated encounter table so far. Minus the Pidgey we didn't get, but we're just not going to talk about that one. I really need the town map, I feel. I kind of fumbled not getting it. Let me get my Mount Moon encounter while I'm here too. He looks so good in like his coloration, dude. I don't know what it is. That sprite is like actually just like so like perfect. Should probably move them out. Is it? It is visible. Hey, look, there it is. Look at that guy. Whole stream mouse cursor in the middle. I feel like that'd be a funny bit, dude. I'll bust it out one day. Just have like one of like the really enlarged cursors, like dead ass middle of the screen. Whole stream. Alright, who do we want here? A Geodude, realistically. Who else would it be? We want Geodude. Well, Clefairy might, like... There he is. The geoist dude of all time. They're gonna make me have to actually attack him, aren't they? No way I just did that. Oh my god. Alright, we get no Geodude. That's fine. I didn't even want Geodude. Geodude sucks. I can't get Golem. What does he even do for us? I'd only wanted him to, like, you know, absorb explosions later in the game. Because we can't use Ghastly. Let me go fight that one guy that was in the south. The Mankey involved with it too. I guess in a way we're down 2 Pokemon, so like we don't have that much to spread out or something, is my cope. We don't particularly have a way of dealing with like the Oddishes that one guy has though. It's a little goofy. Yeah, we just have all fucking normal attacks. Give me Hyper Fang though, we'll be chilling. You still got the level 14. Hang on. How we do with this? Don't die? Easy. I wasn't afraid at all. That wasn't an unnecessary risk for literally no reason whatsoever or anything. Sometimes you just gotta do it, bro. I'll find one escape rope, right? Surely. I think I'll find a single escape rope. I won't get stuck in here with nothing to heal myself or anything. We can probably grind Mankey, like, a lot. On the Geodudes in here. Granted, we could also maybe... No, wait, didn't our Rattata get blown up in the one run? Because he did like literally 0 damage. I kind of remember that being a thing that happened. So I don't remember who Rival leads with. I feel like it wasn't Pidgeotto and we kind of got fucked calling out the Pidgeotto. Not the Zubat. Not the actual bat. His spray looks so bad. Oh, it's his tail! I never realized that was his tail. 'Cause I'm stupid, but that's besides the point. Not the critical leech life, bro. That's crazy talk. It's going in on me right now. I need to actually grab water after this. I think I said I was going to do that earlier, but sometimes you just forget to do everything you say you're going to do. $13? Okay, you don't learn anything fun ever. Like, literally never a fun move. Water gun. We have one candidate. I don't know how Rattata does that. I don't want to know. I have one idea. I hope it's not correct, but I do have an idea. Because, like... Alright, I'll be right back. I couldn't find OBS. I really like when I come back from being AFK and I like don't remember where OBS is on my computer for some reason. Like I can't even like resume the stream because I'm stupid. Ugh. So I really gotta turn off RetroArch pausing when I mean, not RetroArch. My very legitimate Game Boy Color that I'm playing this game on. Very real. You got a fucked up haircut. You got that middle part with the low taper, so you definitely are a bug catcher. I call them, dude. I recognize that hairstyle everywhere I go. Thinks he's slick with that middle part. This is not a winning matchup for us. I don't have the antidotes. I don't like that. We're gonna have to do a shopping trip. The lack of antidotes concerns me. I think it's very low chance we'll actually get like poisoned in here, but you gotta be safe. Look at his cute little ears. What is he supposed to be? Like, what in the fuck? Mr. Kakuna. Yeah, we go Dakota here. I guess technically we have New York as our mixed attacker too with water gun. Very interesting mixed attacker to say the least. I don't even know if it'd be like legal to call him a mixed attacker at that point. Hang on, I need to fix something. I don't have my little stream manager open. Oh, I got him in his Kakuna. Nah, I'll be fine, dude. I don't need shit. You have a Clefairy, so I'm gonna just kick it in its teeth. I'm going to kick it in its teeth and we will be fine. Nothing bad will happen. I 100% guarantee we get Sang here. Excuse me? What do you mean flinch? Since when? Brother, I have that on my Tyranitar. Like, that does damage based on their weight. This flinches? What are you talking about? Hang on. It flinches. Gen 1 and 2 is just did damage and had a chance to flinch. Then Gen 3 is when they changed it. Why did they change that move? That is... Huh. You learn something new every day. That's crazy. That's such a random change. I mean, I love the current low kick, but like that one was pretty good too. If it's gonna be flinching like that. You're not the lead I need. We're out farming these guys for XP as we're just slowly chipped out. The problem is, blue is very over level when you fight him before the Nugget Bridge, so we do actually need all the experience we can get in here. So running from things would be suboptimal. Right, we have so many ways to kill that stupid Eevee, though. What? Don't sneak up on me. You gotta be a hiker. Oh, you're a nerd. What a nerd. I know he's not steel, but we low kick here. That did dog water damage. One observation I've made about Magnemite and Voltorb for that matter, I don't think a single like Magnemite or Voltorb, any of the trainers in red or blue, like had an electric attack. I'm not convinced they learned an electric attack naturally. Like the most threatening thing they have is explosion and like sonic boom. If this man clicks explosion, I would cry. Mostly because why do you have that at level 11, but you know what I mean. I unmuted when I came back, right? I'm not stupid. Yes. My Pokemon won't do. Bro is just collecting the orbs, dude. That man is gonna be in this cave pondering the orb for the rest of time. What was the first item I grabbed? I didn't even, like, process it. Florida's doing good. I kind of want New York to get Evolve already. Or get Hyper Fang. It'd be a little more liable of a guy once we do that. Okay, youngster Bimmy, let me just fight your stupid bugs. Get him with a water gun for posterity, dude. Just let him know real fast. I kind of like water gun at the bottom. Quick attack should be at the top. Does that make any sense? I don't know, this fucking move order just works for me. They're like sorted. Like most likely to click, the least likely to click. I'm kind of weird with that on like Pokemon, like too. Like the actual games with like Protect and everything. I like to have Protect in the same slot. Slot 1. Protect is the first move. Protect and then your things. Dude, you fight so many Metapods in this game. This has to be more Metapods than usual. Like everybody has this stupid ass little guy. Oh shit, you know what I just realized, dude? Butterfree didn't make it into Legends ZA. But Beedrill did. Beedrill bros, we finally won. That's the only advantage we have over Butterfree. Appearing in one game. Ignore everything else about that, like, comparison. There was like a Gigantamax Butterfree, wasn't there? Or am I like hallucinating that? I don't know anything about the Gigantamaxes. All I hear is people say they like that gimmick. But I kind of feel like I hear people say that about every Pokemon gimmick. I didn't like Z moves a little bit I played of Gen 7. I think I played like 2 games and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I saw a Tapu Koko and I was like, nah, I think I'm good with this game. I'll come back when they ban Landorus Therian forever. I have not played singles since that decision. Escape rope is good. We'll take that. Makes you feel a little bit safer. Should probably have Pikachu lead, honestly. Is this a 2-shot yet? It really is sad just how awful Golbat is in this game. Crobat did so much heavy lifting for that boy. I love me some Crobat, dude. Crobat's so cool. I feel like that's like a reoccurring theme. It's like every single purple Pokemon you can catch me saying that about. Over here. There's an unnecessary tunnel. I love me an unnecessary tunnel is the thing. You're way weak. I think we can handle this. Huge crit. For literally no experience whatsoever. There's definitely like a hidden item or two that I like didn't pick up down here. But hey, what can you do, you know? Come on, man. Why? We're getting shit on a little bit, not gonna lie, dude. Got a little too much damage. Use one of our 12 potions. Oh, I picked the right little sidestep right there, dude. What's up, bro? What you got? We Team Rocket are Pokemon gangsters. What do they mean by this, dude? Wouldn't that be like Scraggy? Look at him. Hey, you see a move? I'm not even gonna do it. I've done that before and it's gotten him killed. Wait a minute, this is the best Pokemon in the game. The water gun option, dude. Who knows about the water gun coverage? Please don't miss. New York is truly the strongest. New York, I kneel. Hyperfang is the 14, I knew it. I don't think we need tackle ever again. New York's about to pop the fuck off, though. He's about to go for the throat. That is so sad. I was ready for the pop off and my man did that? Why, New York? The second missed Hyperfang has hit the towers. Should be Maine, dude. Maine can bail us out. Where is my Moonstone? Give Moonstone now. Not the Zubat, dude. Oh wait, we're weak to him. Oh, we goofed. Not the Supersonic, I believe. Easy, bro. I love a good 50-50. We win the 50-50 every single time, dude. No fail. What's he gotta say, sir? Darn it all, my associates won't stand for this. This is fine. I remember, like, the one attempt we had to got past here. Like, we were in Mountain Boone for a while. I want Pikachu to last. I do intend on using the Pikachu the whole run. Even if that is the suboptimal play because he sucks. So he's gonna get every single stat booster, so maybe he can survive and do something of value. A level 11, holy shit. This is the healthiest Zubat you'll ever see. Oh, we finally hit the Hyperfang. And it flinched? Oh, this is the best Pokemon in the game. God, I love New York. Let's go Dakota get in the mix though a little bit, catch a little up. We had a nice spread of experience. Here. You have the Oddishes, so this is actually the worst switch of all time. This was a genuinely bad switch. Clears this. I guess Maine does, because Maine resists the absorbs. Can't absorb Maine, dude. He's so green. Wasn't Oddish like darker for its like body? The color palettes for some Pokemon are a little strange in this game. Like the aforementioned Rattata. You know, actually, wait, hold up. Because if you think about the coloration of like Raticate, them making the boy yellowy makes sense in this game because it kind of matches like the tan Raticate instead of like later generations where he goes from purple to like tan, which is always weird. There he is, dude. Maine is going sicko mode. Oh, I just need a Moonstone. We have the strongest Pokemon in the game. Yo, why are you hitting the like? You hitting the fucking the Chad face, dude. Got the I almost said the Giga Chad. Holy fuck, how did I almost misspeak that poorly? That's not even remote. I think my brain is leaking on my ears. 46. Please be Zubat. Yes. I'll take the one shots on the Zubat to left, right, and center, dude. This is free real estate. I'm getting the Moonstone first. Then I'll go and like fight the rest of the guys. There is an outside chance we can breeze through this place. It is an outside chance. But it is still a chance. Why did they think it was okay to let you do this early in the game? I didn't even get to a single play with Nidorino. God, he is so cool. If this is not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life when you're 6 years old, I don't know what could possibly be, dude. It is so sick. Look, he's stomping the yard too, bro. He's ready to go. Alright, you definitely have things for New York to deal with. Whoa, you shocked me. Oh, you're just a kid. I like how he looked like he had the high-vibe vest on. No way, bro got sturdy 2 gens early? That's sickening. What do you mean he survived? Nerf Geodude, bro. That was out 4 times. Alright, it was a bad damage roll. We'll say we low rolled. This honestly might be even more secure than the other ones. Easy every time, dude. Why does this Pokemon learn this move, by the way? How does New York do this? Alright, Dakota can back in the front, deal with Zubats. Not gonna be a Zubat, is it? What a dummy thing for me to even say. As if there's any other Pokemon in Mount Moon. This is the nice thing about Pikachu. This is the nice little strength of this guy. You can just blitz through these stupid ass Pokemon that are in here. You got bugs, so we can't do fighting. I guess he does have Scratch now that I think about it. I should probably think a little more. That might get me somewhere. Oh, he's a youngster. He may have goofed. I'm literally just doing to him what like I get done by other fucking Eradicates. It's like, how do you like it? Unfortunately, we will have to swap. Another crit, bro? So I know this move can flinch. Does it also have like an increased critical rate too? Because it seems like it does a little bit of everything. Like this generally seems like the greatest move of all time. I wish I had like a little leg thing, like a footrest under the desk, dude. That would go crazy. I didn't hit the swappy, did I? No. I can't afford to lose the HP switch in Pikachu. It'd be suboptimal play. And you know me, dude, I never make suboptimal plays. We can heal. Who does he have? Something Dakota and Maine can definitely deal with, that's for sure. Pulling a big job here, get lost, kid. There's an ether. An ether, as some might say. And I hope nobody says that, because that shit is incorrect. Ether sounds so wrong. Nah, it'll be fine. Always go for the coin flip, dude. It's 50% of the time, every time. Not this fucking guy. I'm going for the T-Wave just in case he hits a damn bind, dude. I'm not playing these games. Full para. Full para. That's why we did it, baby. Full para playing the big bucks. We could have just killed him, actually. We didn't have to do all that. But it looked cool. There was an idea behind it. Isn't that fun? We had a strategy. It was an unnecessary one. Is this Mega Punch? I'll give the boy Mega Punch. Oh, a Mega Punch on your fucking Pikachu, bro? Is that a thing? There's no way that's a real thing. No shot, I'm not doing that. I'll get rid of Tackle. Mega Punch Pikachu? Absolutely not. You are more physical at this point. Mega Punch, like, low key? Like, low key. Was that the angle? Was it really a Mega Punch Pikachu angle? No, I know he learns better things, surely. You know, like T-Bolt. Dig. That'd be psychotic to give him Dig of all people. That would be crazy. I actually don't even know if he learns Dig in this generation. I know he definitely has that in Legends ZA though. I can tell you that one for free. Alright, I know this is a Mankey angle right here. For sure. He just has Eradicates. Or he has Rattatas. Because they dropped the level 16 Raticate that he had. Because even Game Freak was like, yeah, that shit was a bit too much. We apologize. We're doing a little too much crazy stuff. I like his little, like, feet. Like he's got his little paws. The paws out. Oh my god! He's fucking dead! Florida is over. I can't believe Florida got popped. That's crazy. Oh, we might be able to get through in one go, dude. Yo, are there any other good games coming up this year? Legends ZA was like the one thing I was looking forward to for like the year, really. So now that that's out, like there's like nothing on my radar. I'm looking forward to Slay the Spire 2 whenever that comes up. I think that got delayed again. It was supposed to be out this year. Who knows, dude? It's funny how when I was younger, like, I don't know what it is. I feel like it's just games I used to be like more like in the know about, you know what I mean? Like, I always know like what game's coming out soon. I had like a finger on the pulse, dude. Now it's like, oh yeah, I just picked up Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and I'm like, I thought that got canceled. I didn't even know that was coming out. I usually have no fucking idea. Unless it's like Fire Emblem or Pokemon, I don't know what is even on the radar anymore. How many Zubats are we at? I feel like my man has destroyed the Zubat fucking population. Nobody will ever see a bat ever again. There was like a guy up here, wasn't there? Paris! Do you even give good experience, my guy? Are you even worth killing? I'll let Main handle it. There he is in his purple glory. This thing is dead 12 times over. Punt. I'm sorry, Paris, I wasn't familiar with your game. I didn't know you were like that. Alright, I think from here we'll have Main just run the gamut now. In New York for cleanup. If we fight this dude, we have Jesse and James. Which might be winnable. Is double kick? I don't know the base power on double kick. I feel like it's 20 per hit. A Grimer? Bro's getting grimy on me? That's crazy. My eyes? This move is very inaccurate, by the way. We're getting very lucky. I think it's like 85%. Which, like, I'm fine with. I'm a lunatic that was unironically using Gunk Shot on fucking a competitive team. Brother, I'm barely missing every one shot. Do I have, like, the worst EVs ever? IVs? Like, that's genuinely crazy I missed that. I'm gonna take, like, 2 punches easy. Thank God we can't get poisoned, bro. Holy shit. Main is rolling. Let me check the levels finally for Misty. She's 21, so we got plenty of leeway. I used Omanite, so we'll go Dome just in case. I probably won't use Kabutops. Bro just jumped. Don't make my Pikachu jump out of the way. What are you talking about? You think this is a game? What is this music supposed to be? That was not a good tune. Tune didn't very well fit. Not the rat merchant, bro. No way. We're getting scammed already. That's unbelievable. Right off the rip. This Ekans is going crazy on us right here. Can I hit a move? I got 2 misses on him already. That did actual damage, low-key. Oh, man. I was like, if he hit another wrap, I'd have been a little annoyed. I think it's what, like 80% accurate, I want to say, or something. I love that Dragonite has wrap because, like, Dratini and Dragonair do, because, like, how does he do it? Like, how does Dragonite do that shit? I don't even think he has, like, a thing he can wrap you with. Damn, bro, 3-shot? Damn, Nidoking sucks. This is the worst Pokemon in the game. Oh my god! No way, he missed again? You're joking. What was that, 4? Oh my god. What are the odds of that? I don't think Mega Punch. You know what? No, this was good. We got all the bad Mega Punch luck out of the way. Oh my god, I don't have a healing item for him. He is at 18. 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna make it. There's no chance I make that. This is the worst escape rope of all time, bro. I can't believe I have to do this. I have to use this escape rope and go all the way through Mount Moon again. Oh my god, I knew I should have bought the damn rip item. I can't use it because I'm in here. I know there's a poison walk thing, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna take the lowest risk one possible. Okay, we're fine. Well, I guess we get to grind more. That's good. Catch up a little bit on the boy. What a horrible play. I even said I should buy an antidote, and I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Lo and behold. If we gotta use double team stuff, I think we're just cooked. Yeah, you know what I really wish would come back? Like, licensed video games. I feel like there aren't really a thing anymore these days. And like, while like 90% of them were like straight garbage back in the day, so many of them were just fire for like no reason whatsoever, dude. Like, you had the Lord of the Rings ones went crazy. I have vivid memories of getting an Xbox for Christmas. I think the only game I had on it was like Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring for some reason. And, like, we hooked up the Xbox on like the downstairs TV instead of the one in my room. I was just playing that shit. I could never get past the part when you had to hide from the ring race though. But like, that game was whatever. But the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and then the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, two of the best like beat 'em ups of all time. Like, those games were insane. I don't know like why or how they managed to make like those games like the sickest like multiplayer beat 'em up games. Genuinely like some of the best licensed games I've ever played. Oh god, we did no damage. This is the tankiest Clefairy to ever live. Let's go Florida here. There was also like, there was a DuckTales game that was on the Super Nintendo. That was like an obvious one. Actually, I guess it was Nintendo. That was an obvious one. There's had to be some other good ones too, right? Am I missing every move? I can't hit anything today. There's like the Thing video game, which like, that game was weird because it was panned at the time. Everybody hated it because it was like the hardest game ever created for like no reason. And I feel like I got this weird like cult classic like type thing on the internet. I wouldn't even say cult classic. Cult following. Because it was like a pretty decent adaptation of like The Thing, the movie. It's my favorite movie of all time, by the way. It did like the whole thing really well with like, you're not sure your guys are like the thing or not, and like you're paranoid. You deal with everybody's like mental state from having that go boom. It was good. Well, I don't know, the game was, I wouldn't say the game was good. It's crazy because I see people say like they remade the game randomly for some reason, like very recently. And allegedly they like ruined the game because they casualized it, which crazy thing to ever say, I feel like. Those games were sick. I feel like Star Wars had so many sick games. I don't know like why out of all movie franchises Star Wars had so many good ones, dude. They were like on a run. You had like Dark Forces, you had KOTOR, you had like Jedi Academy. All them games were bangers, bro. Left, right, and center. Even the Harry Potter games are pretty good, actually. I like don't remember them, but they were like, I rented them from Blockbuster and I enjoyed them. Let me put it that way. That's all I can really think off the top of my head as far as like licensed games go. I don't think I played too many of them. Oh, dude, no, actually, never mind. I lied. I have trauma from a licensed game. There was the Dennis the Menace Super Nintendo game. I had that shit. And like, I played it all the time. I still like, the music still gets stuck in my head. Like right now, the first level music is playing vividly in my brain. But like that game, so how would I describe it? It's like a platformer and like you're just Dennis running around Mr. Wilson's house. But like all of his possessions and furniture are alive and trying to kill you for some reason. And I could never figure out where like you had to go and like what was going on or like what I'm supposed to do. The terrifying part was at one point in like upstairs in like the house, Mr. Wilson would pop up and just grab your dumbass, like drag you out. And I don't know why exactly, but Mr. Wilson just grabbing you like that was terrifying to me. It was like the scariest game over, like ever. Like that game over traumatized me, and so did the Banjo-Kazooie one. Which, that's a sign that I might be slightly normal as a human being. Like, Gruntilda getting hot didn't do anything for me. I was just terrified by like 2D like becoming like evil and shit. Licensed games are so weird though, because it was like such a crapshoot. Because like, you had so many bad ones, like the aforementioned Dennis the Menace one, but then you had my GOAT, Vin Diesel himself, who wanted to make some Chronicles of Riddick games. My man made his own video game company, so he could like tell them to do the shit. Like Chronicles of Riddick was sick. That game actually genuinely ruled. It had like a really insane lighting too, if I remember correctly. They had bad ports, which is very unfortunate, but what can you do, right? I love a bad port though, because I love when like a port happens and then that's the only one people are aware of. And then like everything gets like dropped by the wayside of the original, and like the whole public image and perspective is shaped by the port. We can't use Firo, actually. We used Firo to the end in our blue run, so Firo is also off the table. Let me see if we actually even have a viable encounter here real fast. There's a chance we might not. This leads out to Route 4. So we can get Rattata, Spearow, Sandshrew, and Mankey. Alright, we actually don't have an encounter for this one. Fine with me. I don't remember what I was talking about. We ain't got a bird. Hold up. How was I ruling it actually? I don't remember. I think I was actually catching like the one that we used, but just boxing them. So that like, instead of like using them as like a dupes clause type thing. I don't remember. Because they would be a nice backup, just in case. Alright, can we roll Gary real fast? With the might of Maine. I think we can. Mostly because I don't want to grind. So I'm just gonna go in and Mega Punch a bunch. Strong and smart. I think those Pokemon are very intelligent. We wouldn't want them to be stupid now, would we? Yeah, you have Spear. Oh, he's got the Spearow start. I could still do Pikachu. Fuck. That's a misplay. Free kill, huge. We go Horn Attack for the guarantee because it's more accurate. And we stay in. Huge crit. I think we go New York here. Finish off. Shake off the sand attack. Not again. I've seen this one before. I believe in you, New York. New York, you got this, little buddy. Dies to a crit. We got to switch. Florida maybe do it. The sand attacks are going crazy on me right now. At the 12, we die to a crit, of course. I go back to Maine. That sucks. This might not kill. I thank God that it did. That was unlucky, bro. Jesus. And you gotta hit the double kick through one sand attack. Easy. Should still have Eevee also. Should be free. He's got like 2 levels left. Why is he looking a little cocky, bro? What's with this Eevee spray? He got the eyebrow raised and everything. He looking a little smug. He looking like he know he runs that shit. He looks like he knows he's about to be like one of the most popular Pokemon of all time. He looking like he knows that every girl is about to name their cat and or dog after Eevee at some point. Alright, that was free. We take these. Alright, so I know if we dip around to over here. Actually, I gotta update my little spreadsheet. Hold up. Mount Moon, we got nothing. Route 4 was nothing. We have a Cerulean City encounter, which actually that's just the Bulbasaur I should probably grab. Which house was our little boy? Hi, can I have your Bulbasaur? Me. Pick me! It should have been me! Pikachu, please love me. Pikachu, you have to wingman in front of me, Pikachu. You should be like, you should just be like, Cujo, thank you for lending me your Ferrari and that $4,000 that you invested in my startup. Thanks, man, that was a real solid one. Bro was letting me down. I'm just trying to cop a Bulbasaur real quick. Where do you get Squirtle? Was that Vermilion? Yeah, we ain't using that boy, unfortunately. We might grab him, though, actually. Because my thing with that is, like... Let me think. Yeah, because we don't have another encounter for Vermilion City unless we fished. And like, we didn't beat the game with Blastoise, so he is available. This is Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Got what it takes? Bellsprout would be nice. Bulbasaur would also be a little nice. How are we gonna kill that Drowsy? Because I think I have to head up the build and probably head to Vermilion and grind and catch some Pokemon out there. Because I'm gonna have to level up the Bulbasaur quite a bit, I think. Are we fighting for our life? Holy shit. Florida is not doing it for me here. I should have never trusted Florida, man. If I see Weedle, I see a switch to, I guess Dakota can come in. Wait, no, I can't have Dakota in because I think if it gets status, its happiness will lower, which would take me even further away from getting the Bulbasaur. I think that's how that works. If I remember correctly from reading the Pokemon Yellow official strategy guide that I had when I was like 5. I can remember that type of shit, but not what I had for like breakfast 2 days ago. Okay. Memory's a real thing, by the way. It is best and he has no regrets, even though he probably should. Alright, we can't trust Pikachu to kill Starmie. Pikachu is unfortunately a proven failure. Maybe if we give him like light screen. Bro needs like a lot of speed EVs, set up a light screen. Maybe I have him run rest or some shit. That's how you know you're getting cooked. There's genuinely a world where I don't give it Thunderbolt. Like, that's a real possibility. You might be able to poison me too, actually. Let's go to New York. Dude, I really wanna, what the fuck was I gonna say? I don't remember. How do you guys, like, track new music releases and shit? I'm, like, really bad at it. Like, Spotify, like, does not give me the info that I want in my life. Like, they never tell me, like, appropriately about the new releases. Like, genuinely, the only reason I find out about anything is like if I see a post on the metalcore subreddit. Otherwise, I'm doomed. There was like a new 156 Silence album or like EP recently. Sick. I found out about it way too late because like I have no information. I had no clue shit was coming out. I don't know if like that's like just a music thing in general, if I'm stupid. I just like feel like shit just happens. I know about like popular shit like that fucking like the Taylor Swift album everybody hates that came out. It was like you can't even avoid that type of thing, but like more esoteric music. Like I just found out like today that Silverstein put out like 2 albums this year. They're like literally my second favorite band of all time. The music is still, it's fine. It ain't no Discovering the Waterfront, but that's a hard one to live up to, you know what I mean? One of the most iconic albums in the genre. This was on a lot of World of Warcraft PvP videos. No way you got the wrap through the para, son. That's disgusting. And you get immediately shitted out by it. Easy, bro. That's what we wanted. It's just a Dakota angle, dude. It's free for Dakota. We got free real estate up in North and South Dakota. That did like way more than I feel like it should have. Alright, hopefully picking up some wins makes her happy. I'll go heal him up. We'll keep him topped off. That might make him a little happier. You know, I could go fight the gym leaders in there too, actually, but maybe we could save them for our upcoming Bulbasaur. This house, right? This seems like a big-ass house, to be honest with you. What a nice Sandshrew to sit at the table, too, by the way. Come on, man. Why does she hate me? I'm a good trainer. Look at my Pikachu. He loves me. Bro is literally hopping up and down. So you guys, when you were younger, you guys thought that was like one of the guards at like the palace in the UK with like that big old hat and everything. You guys thought that too, right? Like, I'm not alone in that one. I feel like after every trainer I should just go back and check, honestly. I need the Bulbasaur ASAP because it comes very low level. I need to get up that thing up to speed as fast as possible. Just a goddamn shame that Pikachu can get one shot by a Starmie. I always feel like electric resists water for some reason, but like it doesn't. I don't know why I feel like it does. Do not poison me. Free. No poisons here. Oh, and the para? We chilling. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go back and check. Heal up and check after every single trainer. Like a psycho. The sketchy part is we have quite a few mandatory trainers to get through, so like, we might have to spread it around, love around a little bit. We have up until level 21 to work with though, so I don't think there's any world we get in like that close, honestly. You know, I really do wonder if there is a world where we don't actually like evolve Nidorino immediately. That way it's not a grass type or a weak to Bubble Beam. Give me the Bulbasaur. Come on, Pikachu. What do you want from me, bro? You want potions? There's no way potions make him happier. That shit probably tastes like NyQuil, like... Well... I don't think getting my Pikachu fucked up on codeine is gonna make that woman think I'm a good trainer and want to give me the Bulbasaur. I don't think my guy should be rocking some lean real quick, dude. That seems like very, very bad. I want to just catch Pikachu behind the Poké Center, just cracking open some Jolly Ranchers. We'll get close, I'm sure. Alright, I need to use the bathroom real quick. Where's my OBS, dude? I can't pause the stream. Stream is hard, man. Okay. Let's get this damn Bulbasaur, dude. My boy right there. Actually, that's my boy right there. The goat grass starter, but is what it is, you know. Gotta start somewhere with the grass starters. Why do I feel like you'll ruin my life? It'll be fine, right? It's not very fine. It's not very fine at all, sir. This Mankey got hands. Like, literally, but you know what I mean. Like, holy fuck. Dude, I was thinking, like, when I was working my last job, there was a lot of construction going on, like, in the road out front. Like, there's, like, city contracted, like, construction workers doing that shit, so, like... Dude, I'm watching them work, right? Because I'm just staring out the window, got nothing better to do. I'm watching these dudes do their thing, their blue-collar work, and I'm like, man, I should have been in the trades. I screwed up, I should have been in the trades. Because I'm watching this shit, dude. I'm watching the guy in, like, the excavator doing his thing, digging up the ground and all that good stuff. And you got, like, 6 dudes around the hole, just hands on their hips, doing nothing of value. Like, literally doing absolutely nothing. And, like, I'm watching them, like, it'll be a full day where, like, one guy is in the machinery going crazy. Probably gets paid a hell of a lot of money, too. And, like, nobody is doing anything. And then, like, I'm, like, talking about it with my coworkers for, like, a week, because we're like, bro, like, genuinely, we see, like, these same guys out there doing absolutely nothing. Getting paid buku bucks by the city. The one that killed me, though, because, like, eventually they started, like, doing things. I'm like, alright, bet they're working. Then I look out the window and I see a guy hammering stuff. And my man is out there hammering and just, like, literally dead, like, dead serious, I swear to God. He's, like, kind of, like, holding the hammer like this, like that. Like, very half-assed, like, striking at the wood. Completely, like, missing the 2x4s he's trying to nail together. Just, like, not doing anything, phoning it in. And I'm just like, oh my God. How do I become a tradesman? Like, how do you get into that? That seems like a good gig. You just wear a cool, like, bright vest and just, like, pound some monsters with the boys and just do nothing? No, I'm sure it sucks when you're the new guy, right? Like, that definitely seems like a job where the new guy does all the work. But once you earn your stripes, then you get to be the guy standing there just pounding monsters and ripping cigarettes, doing nothing. I don't want to be a top leader in Team Rocket. I just want a Bulbasaur. Is that so much to ask? Oh my God, the flashing's killing me. Put my sunglasses on for this one, dude. Holy shit. No wonder the Porygon thing happened, my God. Game Freak doing this type of stuff? Good lord. Alright, surely we can afford the homie now, right? Surely. If we can't afford the boy now, when will we be able to? Afford? We ain't getting no Porygon. We ain't gonna see that boy for a long time. Look at me! Actually, we'll never see Porygon again. In a Nuzlocke anyway. Blue was the only chance. We can't get Porygon 2 later. Is there a world we can bust out that Porygon and like Let's Go Eevee and shit? This guy always gets me, dude. Every single run this guy gets me. It's actually crazy. We can go Florida here, dude. The Florida angle. Oh wait, no, he's got Hyper Fang. Yeah, Florida could have popped right there. We'll go Maine for posterity. The Leer into double kicks, or the Leer into the quick attack to ruin my day is crazy work. I need to cut the XP. So we do gotta switch at least. I don't get full experience over to that guy. And I guess we're just gonna pivot between Pikachu and him for 20 minutes. Because Ekans is a monster. Give me the para. I feel like we always crit this guy. No! Oh, it's gonna tank our happiness because he got poisoned, man! Oh, we're never getting the Bulbasaur now, dude. Oh, that's a tragedy. Pikachu, come on, you couldn't have a stronger immune system? You couldn't inject bleach? Look at him. He's dying! That's adorable! Is he actually dying? He'll be fine, but that might set us back in the Bulbasaur journey. You know, it really sucks that the one that we want is the one that's really hard to get. Like, if we want a Charmander, we just gotta walk up and talk to a guy. We can grab him right now. If we want Squirtle, we just gotta talk to a guy. Bulbasaur got caveats, dude. For the worst Kanto starter. It's because he got poisoned, dude. He hates me. I let him get sick. I didn't wash my hands. I didn't use the antibacterial soap. I didn't use the hand sanitizer. Bellsprout. I didn't even know this was an option. Not a particularly good option. I don't think Venonat helps me here. Maybe? That's a warm body, at least. Let me get the Thunder Wave just in case. I also probably should buy more Pokeballs, honestly. That's crazy. I would rather have the Charmander, honestly. Okay, we can name this one. You can be Nevada. Got the boy Nevada. How many balls we got? 3 balls. Don't like that. A little too close for comfort. Is there a genuine world where we don't have a grass Pokemon for this? Possibly. But I feel like we should be fine. In theory. Do you learn a grass move? By chance? Bug poison is not going to help us. What the fuck? That scared the piss out of me, my god. Let me buy these antidotes finally and stop fucking around. We'll go Nug. We need a nice Nuggy. Who can we want Bellsprout for sure. Well, Bellsprout would be more useful because like we're not using Oddish long term. I know right here is a scene change. This is route 25. Or it's 24. It's a different route. Is my point. That's something. That's interesting. Not who I expected. Well, that's annoying. Alright, so that is... What did we name Venonat? Nevada, the Venonat. Oh, California, the Pidgeotto. Okay, so the big issue we have right now, we actually do need the Bulbasaur to get leveled up to fight Misty. Otherwise, we're banking on fucking Dakota to do her job correctly. I've tried that one time already. Heat-Wave's good, but we're not going to use that. I guess we'll heal up, fight the Bill, spread out the XP as best as we can. Pray we can pull Bulbasaur eventually. If not, we might have to just bite the bullet and risk the Starmie crit. Maybe if we edge, that might be the angle. We need a sack too. Damn, no grass boy is kind of crazy. I think the good news is Pidgeotto should like... You contribute already? Yeah, like you're like okay. It's kind of nice to catch an immediately like useful party member. I feel like that's not like very common later in these games. Alright, you definitely have an Onix or some shit, right? I feel like Venonat should learn something useful eventually. In theory. What if he doesn't? Holy shit, his arms look so weird. I've definitely like made a reference to this already, but like, holy shit, dude. And you never get like a flying attack, so like your ass. I think we gotta go main here. But actually... Is Karate Chop normal in Gen 1 or am I misremembering? It's normal, because we would have resisted that otherwise. That's kind of annoying, actually. Because that means we can't just, like, a Venonat deal with that. That wasn't what I wanted to click. He, like, can deal with that, but I don't want him to get the full experience. What level do we Eradicate, dude? Eradicate might have to one-tap to Starmie, honestly. He's gotta be like 22 or something, though. There's like no way he's in level range. I don't believe that for like a second. Main still has one more full level to work with, and he's got the extra experience. Should be fine on him, honestly. Go to back. I think that's the kid with the I pointed at like, the screen like that makes any sense, like you guys can see that. Actually, you guys can. I have like a webcam, sort of, but like, it's still not helpful. You at least see me point like an idiot. I don't like the idea of you taking a Hyper Fang. We don't have a good guy to take Hyper Fangs, unfortunately. This is rather not what I'm looking for in life. Like, I feel like Mankey would be good out here if we could keep him alive. Florida will just get popped very quickly. I can go back and heal after this and check again for the Bulbasaur. God, he's so fat! What did they do to him, bro? They got him on that Ozempic. Surely we're in range now. Surely we can get Bulbasaur. Dude, I honestly wonder if the Venonat is more useful than the Pidgeotto. Not having Flying Stab for this long is kind of crazy. Bro is still a tackle merchant. He's not even like particularly tanky or anything. This is a really annoying part. Dude, the Chansey's face is killing me. Look at her, bro. She looks done with this shit. She's out. She has the most, like, face ever. Like, she like them tired Nurse Joys they got in Legends ZA. Alright, the boy is unlocked. What are we gonna call you, sir? Why can I not think of other states? I need to double check this and make sure I'm actually a genius. Cause this is actually such a high level joke, bro. This is genius right here. Let me get my boy Delaware. So I took good care of this Pokemon. Now you can go have it fight the literal life or death. Have fun. Alright, we don't need Nevada, I think. Alright, Delaware comes in at 10. That's a little more reasonable than I thought. That's a good little picture. I'm not gonna lie, that's looking pretty good. We just gotta get this dude like 10 levels. Well, realistically, like 8. He's also kind of self-sufficient. We can actually just bring him over and do a little more grinding on the way to Vermilion. There's also the guys like inside of Misty's gym itself. I think we should be in a good position to deal with Misty now. Now we can fight everybody in the world. This is a Geodude. Can we... is there a world where Leech Life Growl works here? Level 17 is a little sketch, though. Don't know about that one. We could have did it, actually. That's crazy. You could have soloed. I'm worried about a tackle from here, but we get binded, so it's fine. We can go New York, potentially? Yonix is weak as hell, but I just don't want Bulbasaur to get popped like that. That'd be very sad. XP was ass, but... Dude, it could have been so good if we were able to solo him with him. You have the Confusion Slowpoke, don't you? Might have to wait a level or two to deal with that guy. And that's a, absolute time to go with Dakota. It's not a particularly nice matchup for us here. We just go New York. Why is this move so stacked? This move is insane, bro. It does everything. I just really need this little man to get to like level like 14 so he gets Vine Whip. Maybe a little more self-sufficient. I forget how sad he looks. He looks depressed. I don't blame him. I'm gonna have to make that an emote, honestly. That's kind of funny. Oh, I forgot you learned that. Clutch God? The God of Clutch? That was a second kick has hit the New York. Brother, we're not killing this guy ever. This is what the people call a poor switch. I misspelled his name. Oh my god, I misspelled California. You're out of your mind. California. That's the boy California. Jesus, how did I do that? Well, that's embarrassing. It's okay, California's like not a real state. So like what I did doesn't actually matter in life. Alright, he's getting there, getting up there. I say that as he's getting literally a single level. I say he's getting up there. Like technically he is, I guess. In like the most insanely literal sense of the words. Like, could not be any more literal. How tanky is he? 16 and 20. That's not very good. It's not very tanky at all there, Delaware. Unlucky, bro. With the max friendship little man, though. Look at his little toesies go. You're the Slowpoke kid, right? Ah, shit. Level 17. Winnable? Pidgeotto can go down if we need to sacrifice somebody. You had to open up with your strongest attack, didn't you? Only did 10. Wait, we're chilling. Wait, we're so good. Crit is still not lethal. That crit is lethal, but... Oh, hell yeah, we're chilling now. Want him. You are... We might be able to do the growl strat here. We're gonna growl it up. Yeah, so you're level 13. Leech Seed him up. Take 10 from that. Heal for 2. We keep growling. This is good. This is what we want. The most degenerate way to use Bulbasaur. He's basically dead. He's already dead. This is a crazy play. He's banking on getting like 5 crits in a row right here. That man doesn't even give a damn. Yeah, he can't. He can barely outdamage Seed at this point. He has to be a crit merchant, and he's really not that type of guy, you know what I mean? He's still doing 3 damage per growl, which is crazy. I mean, we're at the point where we have to throw tackles out, honestly. Like, I think he's minus... Is he minus 6? Yeah, he was minus 6. Also plus 6. Did the health bar even move? We might have done 1 damage. Barely. The most teeny tiny amount you'll ever see in your life. Dude, I know this is like... I don't think this is what... I don't think I fuck with Bulbasaur. This is crazy. Now, if I was able to do this like a human person, I would like to do that. Stall chat in the AI feels a little weird. See, if I had other options, I'd be down with stalling like this. Oh wait, we're chilling. We're good, that was worth. Alright, now we get to blitz through this shit. The homie's already self-sufficient. What is 14? I guess that's for the evolution. I don't like that. Machop is scary. Thank God these aren't stab though. The back-to-backs? That's insane, actually. Like, I know that it has like a boosted critical rate, but I feel like that dude is always critting. We should be good for Misty with Delaware, I think. Delaware clears. Like everything, really. We get him to 19, that's all we actually really need. We got the 2 rare candies in the back. Pull this guy down here so we can swoop up and grab the item. You think that's the girl we just fought who talked about her boyfriend? You think it's the same person? Not the Rattata, bro. Don't hyper fang me. Don't make me use main. Bro, don't make me get on main. He missed. What an idiot. I thought I was about to miss, honestly. Not this absolute creature. We can get Leech Seed off like we win these. I hate this Pokemon, man. It's such an annoying thing to fight all the time. I'm waiting, dude. I'm hyper fanging him right in the jaw. We bite back. This move is so broken. We'll go for the easy quick attack. I'm not gonna risk fucking being a crazy person. As much as I like being a crazy person. I actually don't know what this TM is. Seismic Toss, huh? Is that... I don't think that's anything. It feels like fake. Like, what's the situation where I bust out Seismic Toss in like a casual playthrough? Or like a Nuzlocke? I guess like... It's probably a reason, right? Well, we can't seed him. What if I just Hyper Fang the Oddish? Ow! Jesus, Oddish. I was familiar with your game, but like, what? A little sketchy. I was like a lot sketchy. You don't have a fucking move. You're just a guy. I mean, you're not gonna stay in, but like, you are just a guy. The Pidgey Wars. Get him, California. No way California's losing. That's sickening. Oh, never mind. I lied. California is the GOAT. This is the strongest Pokemon in the game. Another Oddish. I guess we'll stay in. We resist at least. Damage. Alright, we can just do a little double switch for the XP. He needs what, 16 to evolve in the Ivysaur? I'm pretty sure. Why'd I... Dude, I got baited. I thought it was a flying type move, so I clicked it, even though it's dog ass. I can't believe I fell for it. That's sickening. Pikachu's losing his mind, dude. He's like, what the fuck? You just let me walk up and slam that shit? Yeah, I'll help you out, Bill, if you insist. It's only the second time. Actually, fourth time total. Dude, how many times do we see this guy get transformed? Red, blue, yellow, fire red, leaf green. Let's go Eevee, let's go Pikachu. 7 games? 7 games my end is getting body swapped? That's crazy. That sounded horrible. Oh, here's a ticket to a cruise ship. Have fun. That's like a crazy thing to give to some. Well, I guess we did just save his life. I guess that is a worthy reward for what we just did. Bro would have been screwed without us. Save that man's life. Alright. Let's get back to Cerulean. Heal up. We do have like one more trainer to fight up there. We'll deal with that another day. We can go through here and fight that Drowsy that's gonna beat our ass though, is the thing. That would be good because we get to a lot more content, a lot more like XP. Because we can get all the way to Vermilion and shit. Save. I think we're gonna end there for today, friends. I gotta cook dinner. I am starving. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Probably some ZA, honestly. I don't want to play that again. I want to play more of the PvP. Alright, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.